I'm going to load it up and see if people can hear it use, because that'd be good and all, wouldn't it? What do you mean waiting for me? I'm here, you fool. Can you guys say something?
See, I didn't want to say anything because I wanted people to think you were fucking crazy and there was nobody actually talking to you. You're just, hello friends, we're here to play Monster Hunter, right? And it's like, no, that's a Dragon's Dogma stream.
Okay, why did you stop coming through my headset? What have I done? Why are you doing this to me?
What have you done?
Oh, I'm getting an echo now, boy.
There we go. Hello?
Shalom.
Okay, cool. I immediately broke it. Okay. You guys still hear me?
Yeah, man. You should have seen the like struggles we had the first couple of times we were trying to stream. Oh my god, no. Nothing went right.
Like, I just remember when I first joined you guys for the Dark Souls one, I had to turn this headset way down, and then I noticed that I used to stream a lot of Stranger of Paradise. It wasn't until I thought, I'm going to go back and check them, I realised all of them, and I mean every one I done, had the most horrible double audio ever. Because it was picking up the game volume itself was recorded, and then because it was coming through the headphones, it was echoing right to the tip of the microphone, and it was also getting recorded. It was just, it's horrible. Anyway.
You and Charlie would get on well, we're both audio snobs.
I'm not even an audio snob, I don't know a fucking thing, I just know it doesn't blow up on me. Cool. Right, I have clicked the start game, and there is a swishy swirly. So yeah, I will just sort of go into what this is for anyone that's joining. These two have played many and much of the Monster Hunter. Do you guys want to say who you are and say hello and stuff?
Sure.
And brothers of the fifth place.
On you go first, my man.
I'll keep my farewell brief.
After you.
Never was much with birds.
I am Dargo.
Once you board this ship,
Old Man Dargo on Twitch. I'm usually streaming on Tuesdays with my other compatriot that's in the chat, and on Thursdays with his patrol.
If any of you have lost your nerve, then step away now.
She's just brilliant, isn't she? Anyway, for Monster Hunter, I've been playing this since the second entry in the series, so that's about 15, 16 years I've been playing these games. And World was... They are. 2005 they came out. 2005. 17 years they are.
First one was on the good old PS2.
Yeah, that's the only one I played.
Yeah, the second one was on the PSP, and that's where I joined the series. And I took a break during the third and fourth generation, the kind of like 3DS and Wii time frame, but then jumped back in for World, and holy shit, man, 955 hours into this game so far.
Holy shit, that's almost as long as I've played FF14 for. Dang, man.
I mean, see, to be fair, 700 of those hours was hunting a kid.
Which we'll probably get to at some point.
Yeah. It's not like it's a super difficult monster, but there's sizes, and you can get like gold size large and small, and the gold large did not spawn for about 2 years.
Did you hear?
Well,
we're almost there.
That's probably a good testament to
you ready to grab this new world by the horns?
Yeah, ginger whacker ripoff.
Don't know about you.
No, you're sorry. The phone
feels like ages since I left home to join the commission.
And Scott, or Xenomus, as you are known.
Yeah, so my kind of handle online is Xenomus102. I've been playing Monster Hunter for quite a while as well, and I kind of fill in the gap because where Dargo stopped playing round about the Nintendo Wii and the DS era was where I started. I got the Monster Hunter Tri was my first game, which is Monster Hunter 3. And then onwards of that, played Monster Hunter 4 and Generations on the DS. Fantastic games. And it kind of took a while for me to get into it, but like, it's a game that if it really clicks for you, then it's easy to become obsessed with it.
Yeah, I get that.
This is a series of man. You get some game series, right? Like Call of Duty, I think is a really good example. There's loads and loads of Call of Duty games of varying quality, and even if you're not like a big Call of Duty fan, I still go back and go like, yo, Modern Warfare 2 was sick. Like, that was a good time. Like, Black Ops was pretty good. You know, stuff like that. Oh, I don't like Warzone. You know, this one looks cool. But it's like a series that's kind of, if you were to plot it out on like a graph, its quality is all over the fucking place. Whereas Monster Hunter is just a steady rise, every game better than the last. The only thing, ironically, that I might say is not better than its predecessor is Rise.
Yeah, so like, with Rise, it seems to take a lot from this game as like a sort of a basis, but a lot of people are kind of a little bit against it for saying that, well, it's kind of losing its identity a little bit, and I get what they're saying. But it's one of these things that they're changing a lot, and it's definitely very, very different to the previous entries. A lot of people are saying it's a lot easier. I kind of agree.
It's the wire bug.
Difficulty of the appeal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is like
in
the
places,
Dark Souls. Yeah. This is compared to Dark Souls quite regularly.
It requires a lot of the kind of similar skills. You're going to need to, get used to dodging. Really weirdly, it's with the X button, which if you're used to Dark Souls, then it might throw you off a bit for the beginning.
I think
One of the
every
things
game I play is circle for dodge, so...
One of the things to note, though, is that you will have an advantage going into this because it is very similar mechanically. Like, I would call this a mechanics fighter. Every monster has mechanics that if you learn them, you can get through it hitless. You know, everything's like a dance. And if you're playing Final Fantasy XIV regularly, you'll know that mechanic fighting that's something that you can do.
Yeah. Learn the mechanics, don't stand in the bad, dodge the big thing.
That's it. That's exactly it. In fact, it's so much the same that there is, in fact, a crossover with FF14 in this game.
There is.
Quite aware. I am quite aware because we get Rathalos, which I have a funny wee story. Ian McCracken, the lad that's in the chat with us just now, hi Beef.
Hello.
He has just he will confirm. Me, him, and Badge went to get the Rathalos mount, which requires doing the special encounter that we get, and hoping it drops. But if it doesn't drop, there is a thing where you can loot scales off of it, right? Now, it takes 50 scales, which means killing him 50 times. Right, so first Badge gets the mount, okay. Took a wee while, then Beef gets the mount, right? And then on our 48th kill, I get the mount. 2 away from just being able to just...
Well, that is very that's very Monster Hunter, because having to repeat hunts to get all the bits, that's kind of the meat of this game, really. Yeah. Whereas with ours, we got Behemoth.
Yes, I remember you saying, and he does the falling star.
It's one of the hardest fucking fights in the game, if not the series.
It's brutal.
It's so intense. There were so many people just like abandoning that quest entirely, resigning themselves to never being able to do it until Iceborne made them OP.
Do you know, I'll be honest with you now, I kind of fancy just doing like a recording of Labyrinth the Ancients. Because that's where the Behemoth boss fight actually comes from in Final Fantasy. But maybe at one point it would have been difficult. No. You would have done Lab Ancients, wouldn't you, Dargo?
I did, yeah. I remember it quite well.
Yeah, nowadays he barely gets to his second meteor phase because you just melt him that fast. Yeah,
man, that was one of the big fights that I remember working on with my dad. That was when me and him were playing it in the same FC. Yeah. And I was the tank, so I always played warrior, and he was black mage at the time, so he was dealing out most of the damage.
Black Magoo.
And when the comets came down, he was the one that was like, I bet we need to hide behind them. Don't break them. Because he's played so many games, you know, that's like a common thing.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't
took
for
a lot
that
of stuff for Realm Reborn from Cataclysm, World of Warcraft Cataclysm.
Well, I think if you're going to make a game like that that's going to be like put on the same pedestal as World of Warcraft, then why not take influence from literally the best game in the
genre, as it were.
Sphere,
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. My thing with that game was I've played Warcraft for a very, very long time, and it has officially, as of the disappointment that was Shadowlands, really been significantly toppled. You know, like Final Fantasy XIV is now my top and main MMO. I play World of Warcraft with my other pals just because I still enjoy it. I still have a lot of fun. I've got a bloody an alliance tattoo on my arm, you know. And now we can finally do cross-faction stuff, which is pretty cool. So that's put a wee bit of love back into the game, but we'll see what the next expansion brings whenever that's out.
That is disgusting. Anybody that has video game tattoos, they suck. And
I've got 2, and I've got about 8 more coming.
I personally think that they need to get their lives together, and especially if 75% of them are for the same game, that's even worse.
Oh no, different games.
So I've got 3 Final
Samus
Fantasy VII tattoos.
I like it. Warrior hype, yeah, beef.
What quests are you posting, Dargo? What are you doing?
Hey, I'm just trying to get my buttons back, so I'm jumping into a wee Brutty tea, Grex.
Oh, wee Brutty tea.
Aye, feel free to join.
I will.
We're getting some dank hunter armor on the go here, though. Your character looks sick. So actually, that's a good point, right? You asked us about. Oh yeah. Welcome to Palicos, my dude.
Sorry, I interrupted. What were you saying?
What is your experience with Monster Hunter? Obviously, this is like your first time delving into the like game proper. But what do you know? What do you expect? What do you think is going to come out of this?
What I expect? Well, my first experience with Monster Hunter was the PlayStation 2. I bought it and was obviously had to play single player offline because I never had the online features. It's random. Oh, there's randomables.
Oh, the muscle memory. The muscle memory is real.
Right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's my Palico. Cool.
What?
I just went nuts.
What did we land on? Wait, it's still roulette on the chat. Oh, he's a cutie.
So you see, did you just roulette the sliders?
Yeah, but I'm giving him Scotty Fold.
Ah, nice. The floppy ears.
Aye, this one's on the console, by the way. Aye, what was I saying again? I've actually forgot what I was talking about.
We're asking you what your experience and what you think you're going to get out of this.
Right, I've got... Oh, like... Well, I wasn't able to play it online. I've done a couple of hunts, went, I'm kind of bored now, I'm done, you know? And then I've always watched people play it, and I'm like, I don't see the appeal, so I could never really force myself to get into it. But I've got this pal called T-Bone. You've talked about T-Bone before, haven't you, Scott? No, I think it was Emma, actually.
Yes, I think she sees him quite a lot because obviously the shop.
Yeah. So I've got a rule with him. When he recommends a game, generally it's a good one, right? And I kept putting this off and off and off. And then very recently we were up at our pals, and then Scott was talking about it, saying, like, we started talking about it, things we like about it, and then they recommended this, what is it you call it, the Doot Hammer?
The Doot Flute, the Saxaboom.
Yeah, the Saxaboom, like, that just kind of sold me on the nonsense that could be this game, and that just made me want to go, do you know what, it's free on PlayStation Plus. And then I've come up with this daft idea, I'm maybe dragging you two down with me. And that's what I expect to get out of this, is this will either make or break it for me. If I don't get in, then I can just say, the series isn't for me, so we're done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it is a wee bit of a slow starter, but it's one of the games that, it's like Dark Souls, you know, like, the more you actually do, the more rewarding it gets.
Yeah.
And you've got, like, a little solo interlude before we can join you on your first proper quest. So you can enjoy that while you're getting started.
Oh shit, you're in this fight, nice.
Yep, I'm here. Getting absolutely trashed.
I do not remember how to fight things in this, man, so good luck to you for the first encounters.
There we go. 'Tis loading, I'm going into the first.
Look at that cute
Give it
little
a
Kit Kat. Well, yeah, so Monster Hunter as a series for, you know, just having good times with friends. This is literally why I don't play and never have played, but will play if Scott's not a fucking coward, Dragon's Dogma. And, because like, Monster Hunter is fun times with friends, the series. Playing it solo can be a bit of a drag, but playing it with friends is always good times. Yeah. And that's exactly why I wasn't interested in Dragon's Dogma, because it's like, why would I want to do Monster Hunter without the thing that makes it great?
After running the research commission for 40 odd
like,
years,
it's not the monsters are incredible. It's not the weapons weapons are incredible. It's not the gameplay, all of that is now like precision perfect every entry. It is. It's your friends that make this shit.
A-listers usually operate in teams of two.
I've always had some really like one of the few quirks, and I've probably said it to Scott before. The fact that I'm using a hammer, a big bloody blunt thing, and I'd have to sharpen it, just stuff like that. It shouldn't, but does get on my nerves.
It's so your notes don't go flat.
Listen to that. Nothing there.
You motherfucker.
Oh, I've been waiting to use that joke.
So good.
Oh, I just popped a vein in my forehead.
You're on the A-list, right?
Full angry anime cat.
Meowdy do.
I just popped a vein as well, but it wasn't in my forehead.
But I do have really good ears. Ah, put her there. I happen to be an A-lister myself.
Oh, wow. That's it, man. Stream over. It's not getting any better than that. Hey, I just looked on the screen and saw Cat here.
Who, her? I was going to say the blonde, but she's not blonde. She's wearing a yellow tunic, and I just thought blonde.
Yeah, the handler. She is the handler, and she's a fucking communist.
So obviously you'll be able to make up your own mind about this character, but this is, if I remember right, is it Eden Regal, Sam Regal's sister?
Oh, cool.
And she's divisive in the fan base.
Why are they climbing towards the volcano?
The number one most downloaded and installed mod on the PC version of this game is to just remove her from the game.
Yeah, they replace her with the serious handler, which is kind of a better character.
She is. As soon as you get serious handler, it's like, oh, mummy.
And you're like, oh, do we need to have regular handler back?
Well, I'm a sucker for characters. No matter if it's good or bad, I can like, okay, that's it. You're mine. So I'm going to force myself to live or just to spite people. Oh, I'm actually in the game. What the piss?
Since we're relearning buttons here, oh my god, playing Monster Hunter again feels so good. Since we're relearning buttons, I'm gonna try my best to not start using the clutch claw right away, just so, because you won't have it until you get to the Iceborne section, so it feels a bit OP using it.
Hey, it's you!
Before you would have it.
Look what happened to the
ship. The clutch claw is something that was brought in for Iceborne specifically, and it gives you a little bit of an edge against some of the harder monsters because it weakens body parts.
It's not safe here. This way.
Because basically what you do, Bebop, is you latch onto the monster and like stab at a certain part of it. And it weakens that part, and then it does more damage if you hit it there. Yeah, it does more damage if you hit it there. In fact, there's one of the kind of raid boss monsters that actually requires you to do it.
Damn.
We need to get out of here.
So like, so using it on the regular monsters, it kind of makes them a bit of a joke.
I'm alright with. Why am I sliding? No, back up there.
I mean, it's definitely working well on me and Dargo's little warm-up hunt here.
I'm actually like, see, right at the start of it, I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is this game again? And now it just feels like pure muscle memory, and everything's just came back. There's no more misclicks a circle already. It's insane.
That's what I wish had happened when you played Dark Souls 3, but it didn't. I went up against the first boss. I shan't spoil anything if you've never actually put the game on before, but I was hoping to at least get to the first bonfire.
Oh, wow,
Couldn't. I was just trying to parry everything and it didn't work. I do not remember my timings at all.
This way.
One thing though, see, just something I want to say before we go into it. I know you're saying that the Doot Flute is what kind of sold you on the game. But definitely try out the other stuff as well, because like some of the other weapons are insanely fun. I would especially recommend trying out like some DVs for some, the Dual Blades for some weed nonsense, maybe the fucking pogo stick, because that's a lot of fun.
Or if you want to try 500 IQ gameplay, you use the weapon that I use. If you want to use 50 IQ, you use the weapon that Jamie uses, that Dargo uses.
Bunga bunga, baby. Bunga bunga.
It's true. It sounds harsh and uncalled for, but it's true.
There was a chart that I saw one time, and it was showing the buttons used for each weapon, and yours was like it looked like a fucking fighting game combo string, and then it got down to the hammer, and it was just R2.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie, like that's... I usually go for themes, which is either big, dirty, blunt weapons or really long, slashy weapons.
Well, if you like big, dirty, really long, slashy weapons, we've got both.
Yeah.
Oh, you get blades and stuff in it.
If you like oversized gut swords, this game has got some swords that would make guts fucking blush.
More of an axe and hammer kind of guy.
Yeah, there's a couple of like the heavier weapons that will probably scratch that itch for you. I mean, the hunting horn is actually a really good one because it's just like a hammer with buffs.
Yeah, I actually really like playing support classes in these kind of games as well. So
what's really good about it as well is none of the hunting horns are fit into one design, so you get ones that look like certain things. I don't want to spoil it for like when you see it and get the visual surprise, but like they are not just like this is a hunting horn and they all look the same. There's quite a few varied and unique entries into that category. Same with every one of them. You know, like one of the weapons I can't remember. I think it's a hammer actually. It's just a big fish.
The Research Commission's base of operations is here.
Yeah, there's a frozen swordfish greatsword.
Oh, it's a greatsword, yeah.
Yeah, and there's one of the late Iceborne hammers is just a big hand.
Yeah, I've got that one. I love it. There's also another one that's just like a big mug of beer. It's dual blades, but it's 2 mugs of beer.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah, you can get one. I'm pretty sure you can get like one that's like 2 turkey drumsticks as well.
So yeah, the game's not afraid to be silly.
Yeah, it doesn't take itself too seriously.
The Research Commission's headquarters.
Oh, not even kinda, goddamn. The way you can dress up your palico proves that.
And in fairness, like Monster Hunter World is actually the most serious it's ever been.
Wait, this is a serious game and you're talking about slapping things with a big fish?
According to the map.
Yeah, this is the most serious that it's ever been.
This series regularly used to have like Yu-Gi-Oh tie-ins and shit.
They had a Metal Gear tie-in at one point.
Yeah, that's true.
These Aptonoths seem every bit as docile
and
as
this game's tie-ins are obviously FF14. You got The Witcher,
Resident Evil.
Oh,
your Resident Evil.
Like, horrible bastard mobs in The Witcher fitness, isn't you?
Yeah, you've got the Leshen, the big deer skull guy.
Just follow the scout flies, and
there's also Mega Man, Street Fighter,
Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah.
I got Dante's Devil Sword Plus last night.
Nice.
But I will not be using that tonight because way too strong.
I don't know, I kind of like the idea of you going through the game for the first time with like Dante and Ryu as your backup. I like Dante and Leon.
Right, I'm
being accosted by a pervert.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sad I didn't choose a female character because I would way rather been Claire.
So, Dargo, I'm gonna stand in the middle here and tank him if possible if you want to drop the rock on his head.
I just got dropped. Hang on.
We need to hide.
Thank you, Kitty Cat, for saving me without a cart.
Hurry!
This way, Whithead, I'm fucking running. Alright, I actually need to hide. I was hiding, fuck you, game.
Look for some brush you can hide in.
We've had the spillage.
Is it my brains?
No, it was mine. I got popped open. Instead of healing, I decided to go for the lever.
Oh.
Hurry up and hide.
I'm hiding, you fud. Oh, no, I wasn't hiding. In fact, just got bitten.
Hurry up and hide.
Hiding is for cowards in this game.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Yeah, like, it teaches you to hide, like, at that one point, and you never need to use it again.
Yeah, like, my guy, I'm planning on playing, like, the loudest weapon that there probably is.
Coast is clear.
Do you think I'm
That's
planning on
like-
hiding at any point?
That's like when you're playing D&D and your armor are all wearing like full your party are all wearing full ass armor, and then they're like, all right, I'm going to try and sneak. You're like, chainmail clinks. How the fuck are you going to achieve this?
You just hold it like a wee skirt.
There was one of them I was playing with, and my guy was playing at what's the fucking elephant men?
Oh, Matanga.
He was trying to play one of them, and we were like sneaking through a forest, and he was like, alright, I'll try and hide behind a tree. I'm like, well, how fucking big is this tree?
Man, trees can get pretty big.
Well, in that forest, it was mostly raised to the ground.
I mean, it's the fact that like a lot of barbarians can
What is this track?
technically be good at stealth. When 9 times out of 10 you're playing, oh, I picked up something and I'm
There's
listening
more
to
over
it.
there. Let's check it out.
What was that? I should have paid attention to what that was.
Don't worry, Monster Hunter's one of these games where the intros, like, by the time you've got like a good couple hours under your belt, you'll forget everything the intro taught you because you'll have learned better stuff.
Ooh.
I don't feel like there's ever a correct way to play these games, you know? It's just this is a very free. It's a very free game, you know. There's so many different play styles that you can always find something that's
Don't mind
for
me.
you.
This way, hurry.
Why does that
Okay,
dinosaur
let's
have
go.
better hair than me?
Move.
Oh, because I don't have
Oh,
hair.
you're with Jaggy. If I could have one of them as a pet, oh my god.
Hungry iguana.
Yeah.
What that
Move.
butt?
That is not good.
That's it.
What are you waiting for? Get over here.
Get over here.
T-Rex,
pal,
that sounds like
you know
Angie.
in my face.
It is.
Welcome to
Oh,
Chef Angie.
Come on.
Under his ball. I would like to not be at the ball. That's going to be useful.
Run to Matt Mercer and safety.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Matt Mercer is in this game twice.
He's so talented.
You all right?
Let's go.
Okay.
You liars, that looks nothing like Matt Mercer. Alright, video game, hi. After their long sea voyage came to a harrowing end, Hunter and Handler braved the dense forest to come at long last to Research Commission headquarters, Astera.
Get used to the handler taking credit for the things you do.
Yeah, she uses we a lot when she
Amazing,
really
ain't it?
means
Just look at this guy.
you.
It's like nature meant for us to build a stair right here.
Astera. I like it.
Monster Hunter.
Ugh.
A hunter
The
must
rest of the
hunt.
fifth are already here. You're the last to arrive.
Every time I was playing this game back in the day when I was going for the trophy, it felt like that bit in Rick and Morty. Remember when Jerry fucking goes off and he ends up with the like 3-boobed warrior woman?
Okay, set him down.
Yeah.
I don't
and
really watch
Hey,
those kind of
you guys
shows,
made
so
it.
I'll defer to your judgment.
Yeah, well there's
You're
a bit in
alive.
it where he ends up with this
Kinda
alien
rough,
chick
huh?
and she's from like a hunting
When
planet.
we couldn't find you two,
And
we were
every
starting to
night
sweat
she's
bullets.
like, I was out for a
scared
hunt,
us.
and it was
We were talking
successful.
about going out to look
Tomorrow
for
we
you."
celebrate with a hunt!
All's well that ends well.
Hey, we need a hand. Sorry.
Now rest, for tomorrow we hunt.
Today's a sad day. Tomorrow we will mourn our losses with a hunt.
This here's our trade yard. I guess the name says it all.
Silent Protag mouthpiece, right, I get it.
Look at all the people.
So there's a few of those, like I play a lot of Dragon Quest games, so I know
Incredible.
exactly what you're talking about.
Right?
Yes, slot in your
You've got
Dragon
it all
Quest / Legend of Zelda
Got
brain
hunters
because your
to do all
character
the
is not going to say a
exploring.
word.
Scholars
It's a good
to
thing
do
I
the
made him
research,
because like, I had like a single brain
technicians
cell.
to keep them going.
It's also,
Yep.
well, he
This
does
place
say
is the beating heart of the
stuff, but
commission.
most of it's just ow.
Wait here a sec.
Then you get your
Oh,
rise. They're like, "Come on,
Commander,
friend,
I found
we're
him."
allies, yeah, bud."
Yeah, but there's definitely like they've put more like voice acting in Rise, and it's really distracting. I think I turned it off.
That's bad, man. That's bad.
So all the player characters have barks, and once you've heard it like the 70th time, it starts to get a bit old.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like, the Nickelodeon fighting game that's free on Plus this month.
It's like in Greedfall, actually. How many times, Dargo, did you hear burned into your brain? Bit of poison in my blade, and let's go!
I actually didn't, because that was
Did you not use Vasco?
No, that's a game that I felt very comfortable not having the volume on and just
Off you go.
having like a podcast
I'll
on
give
while I
you
was
the
playing.
grand
Wise choice.
Let's start by looking for your Palico.
It's because somebody pointed out
This
how bad
is
the
our
mouse sync
stockpile.
was, and I was like, well,
They carry
we can
most
fix
of the
that.
basic necessities.
You should drop by later to see what they have.
But, shit, what was I saying? There was something else saying. Oh yeah, it's like Nickelodeon. Recently they added in voices. And every time you throw a projectile, as Toph, she's like, ready to rock.
Next
The first
is the
couple of
smith.
times I was like,
It's this way.
ready to rock. And after the 6th time it was like, oh, I don't want to go for
Okay,
projectiles.
Toph. The boulder is conflicted. I'm actually going to start watching that through with Cameron and Lauren at one point. I've convinced them to watch it through. This will be my 8th time watching it.
We were the
I
commission's
don't
fifth
know why, it's
fleet,
just
right?
really cozy.
Dude, I watched
The old
that
man
for
in
the
charge,
first
my
time this
grandfather
year.
was with the first.
But really?
And,
Enjoy it?
yeah, do you know what it was?
Me?
What it was that tipped me over
Not
was I
with
saw
any
Mark
fleet.
Hamill giving a
Born and
an
bred right
interview
here.
for the voice roles
Never
that he's
even
done
been
in
to
his
the
career.
old world.
And he said when he read the script for Avatar, he thought it would never get a second season because it was too smart for kids. And as
Here's
a
our
bitter,
smithy.
jaded adult, I'm
This
like,
is
I'm
where you can
smarter than a
craft
kid.
weapons and armor. You'll be here.
So I decided to
I like
watch it.
that
And holy
level of
shit, man!
decision making.
This place.
It is really well written. It's like really
Yeah.
well done. By the end of it, you're kind of like, why the fuck do we
Ooh.
need Aang?
It's toasty
You
in
we
here.
really don't. We really fucking don't.
Toph is
He's
fucking
there as the
busted.
driving force. Yeah. Metal bending? What?
The canteen? I am so there.
There's an Avatar game coming out soon.
Is there?
Here.
Yeah, it's the sport that Korra plays at the start of her thing.
I've
Alright.
not watched Legend of Korra yet. It's one of those ones that I'm going to put on the back burner.
It's kind of like Bender Dodgeball.
That sounds
This here's our
like a
canteen.
normal and balanced sport.
It works. I mean, I feel like Airbenders would kind of absolutely shag the arse at the concept, but they're all dead, so whatever.
Yeah, that's a kind of weird point, right? So I just remembered something.
I knew you'd pull through.
Anyway, sorry, distracted by feelings. Yes, brain, stop, work, go,
Right.
goodness.
They're calling
Yeah,
for
so you know
accounts.
how in the TV show you see
Come on.
like the wind and stuff and it's all
Yeah.
animated and it's like, well, that's not moving very fast. Why are you like not getting out of the way?
Now that you are all here,
Apparently that's just
let us
animated for
begin
the people
council.
watching it to see. To give us a spectacle to watch, but everyone... And so even think about it, airbenders are fucking terrifying. Imagine I just kind of
all of
walking
them.
along and whoa!
All of them in theory are terrifying. You know, like, I would really hate to be around one of the ones that can just make all the moisture in my body fucking drain.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, you wouldn't feel it for very long. It's the ones that could make
anything anyway.
It's the ones that can make like a really cold boulder slowly but surely make its way through your colon. That's that. No thanks.
after
Don't have
tracking
one.
a migrating
Can't do
elder
that.
dragon across the sea,
Okay, your nostrils. They're not very long, but it would still really suck.
I've got 2 of them, aye.
Just like from nostril to nostril on repeat, picking up mere bogies. Is it like... I'm going to stop now.
Oh god.
the Fifth Fleet have finally arrived in
Really paint
Astera.
a picture,
They're
don't
a
you?
fine group.
I wish I didn't.
Worthy
I
comrades
really
will help
wish I
see the
didn't.
Research Commission's long efforts
It's fine, I can't see the
finally
picture anyway.
rewarded. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, sir. We're ready to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty.
This here
Welcome
is
to the
Commission's
squad.
core team.
These are the
You should all get
boys.
to know each other.
Buff cat!
Looking forward to it.
That is just a dwarf.
Yeah,
Down to business.
Buff Cat will be cooking your meals.
The latest monster to make the
I
Elder
enjoy
Crossing
Buff Cat.
is known as Zora
He is
Magnus.
Meowscular
Huge
chef.
monster with a research
he is a
commission's job
fucking
is to
legend.
discover
And
exactly.
can I just say,
Dragon
wait
have
till
been
you see
with
the
us
food in
since
this
the
game.
dawn of time.
I hope
I've
you ate
seen-
before you came on stream.
Yeah, I've seen loads of videos, well, pictures and stuff. Yeah, I know what to expect. I know it, and it looks fucking awesome.
There
Why
is
does he have a
actually
snail
like
on his
Monster
head?
Hunter cookbooks.
Altering the
There's a Monster Hunter
ecosystem,
cafe
reshaping the
in,
land, leaving
I
disaster
think
in their
it's
wake.
possibly Shibuya.
Oh,
Nice.
Once every decade or so,
And
they
I've seen
flock to
like
this
seen some of the food
With
that they
the
serve in
fifth
it, and they've got like a
we will
little
find the
well done
missing
steak with a bone through it.
Here. Now
Oh,
we're
well done
talking.
steak's a waste though.
Hunters. for the
Yeah,
time being,
yeah.
I need you to
It's
focus on
it's
investigating
how
the
to
Dragon's
ruin a
problem.
steak, but
And securing it. Start by investigating
make
the Dragon's
chefs
habits.
paying for the
Find
experience.
out what makes him tick, and we'll go from there.
Are you one of them? Is that why you're saying that?
Right.
I
We're
don't
on
like
it, sir.
steak. So, like,
Everyone else, you know the drill. Make sure these hunters
Still
have
hearing a
everything they
slight
need.
echo from someone.
Now we're talking.
Is doing a wee touch.
I think it's from Scotland because he just muted and it went away.
Ah, fair enough.
yeah,
You
I've been muting
Make it a
to
priority to learn how we do things
muting to
around here.
vape, so you don't
You'll
get
find
the
good
Darth
teachers.
Vader in your
Don't be
ear.
afraid to ask.
How considerate.
Kino wants to try one of the chef choice platters.
You heard him.
Oh
Stick
yeah,
with me and
baby.
you'll have
I
no
would try one of
problems.
them any day.
So that Bending with Babish lad, if you've ever heard of him, I know Tam really likes
Yep.
him. Apparently he made one.
The fifth banner promises a change in the
Honestly,
wind.
the food in this is
It's
god
your
tier.
job
If
to
anybody was
fulfill
ever to
that
put that in
prompt.
front
Alright.
of me, they would be getting
Dismiss.
something somewhere, whatever they want. Money in their wallet, finger on their bum, I don't care.
Whatever, as long as there's food in your belly, aye.
As long as they're happy, as long as they feel respected after the meal that they've presented.
Over here.
Dargo, why do you have to pick monsters that are a pain in the ass to fight?
Because I'm a veteran.
I thought, like when I was kind of warming up for this, because like I didn't want to like come onto that stream and suck, so I did a bit of practice yesterday, and I did you know the scarred Jan Garaga.
Oh god, yeah.
I did a tempered one, and it was
We've placed
hell.
some basic gear for you in that equipment
That's not
box.
practice.
Make sure to choose a weapon that suits you.
That's masochism.
Yeah, I can
Just
change
so
it
much
quick.
fire everywhere.
And poison. Don't forget the poison.
Yes. Oh, how could I forget?
Choose any one weapon to take to the field. You can visit the training area. Training.
Yeah,
You know,
the
but that's
training
smart.
area is just like, I want to try another weapon. How do the moves work?
Ah,
I feel like the training area is specifically in the game for fucking what's he's cooking to make videos about it. Arix.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just in the game for Arix
A
videos.
weapon that transforms between a long-reaching axe and a powerful sword.
ooh.
So how big can I make my damage numbers?
A special support weapon
I
hunters
love
use
those
to gain
videos
or
where it's like,
provide
can you
various
one-shot
buffs.
every monster in the game? What?
Well, yeah, but you need to get very lucky with the drops. You need all the decorations.
Yeah, this is true. The deco grind is fucking real in this series now.
Now, the cool thing, as you'll see here, B-Bob, is that they give you all 14 weapons at the start just for free.
Yeah, supply that. Supply that is a good way of doing it.
A lightweight weapon
And
that lets you
it's
vault
like
into
the
air and
most
control
basicest
pinchouts.
version of each weapon, but
It still
it
comes with
means
a
you
full
can just...
moveset, doesn't it?
Yeah, all the moves are the same. Nothing
A
changes
ranged weapon
changes
that frees
with
up movement
like
and lets you fire
when
a
you're on the
variety of
upgrade
ammo.
path for a weapon.
A ranged
No
weapon
moves
that
change. The
sacrifices
only two
mobility in
things that
exchange
change are the damage and the element.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense to me.
Broke
Okay,
your fucking beak.
So Kano was saying the sword and shield has a Shoryuken, and I'm not going to lie, that sounds pretty fucking epic. But originally, what made me want to play this Kano was the what are you calling it? The
Doot flip.
Doot flip,
Saxophone.
doot flip. It is literally called an iron bagpipe, and I am all over that shit, but I've totally lost it. That's a metal bagpipe. I mean, come on. Come on. I think
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
However, I played the movie and it
A
says
special
it's
support weapon
accessibility
hunters
for
use to gain
beginners
or
is
provide
1
various
star. So, oh, this will be fun.
Well, I mean, they say that, but the buttons are on the screen in the top corner, so you can't really go wrong.
All you got to do in terms of what it's suggesting for difficulty is just think to yourself, you know, everything's new, so you're going to have to acclimate anyway.
True.
So yeah,
Which
if
is
you
why,
go in with this right
God,
away,
it's bigger than I thought it would be. Jesus Christ.
see, just for fun, put on the greatsword just to have a look at it.
Want to get going?
Yeah, the greatsword, or I miss
familiar with your weapon
60% of my
training
attacks.
What sword do you mean, aye?
It is basically, it's like you're basically using like an iron slab the size of a car door.
Way bigger.
And like it's a very slow swing but very high damage.
That's one of the things that's most upsetting about the Monster Hunter movie is a great sword, but there's no level 3 charge whiff.
Nope.
Ain't Monster Hunter unless somebody whiffs that level 3.
Yeah, and the monster's asleep and they just have to awkwardly walk back and try it again.
2 big chops while it's still sleeping in front of it for spacing.
Handlers sort through the research commission's leads,
Yep, done that.
and the ones they deem worth our attention become quests.
Bye.
I was going to say, this Yangaraga is very, very small, so whenever I come up to it, I'm getting yeeted by the hammer. I'm going to stick to the tail.
Yeah, know your place.
At least I'm not one of those long sword users.
Kino in the chat. Great swords be like, if I hit them, they're extinct. Should I buy provisionals? It looks like I've got shit and I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to go generic. I've got loads of exclamation marks all over the shop, so I'm just going to go around and speak to folk and see what the jazz is.
Yeah, absolutely. What version of the game did you get? Because you might have some stuff to collect.
Just the base one that I can download with PS Plus. I never got Iceborne or anything like that.
I may as well see if you like it before you do that.
Now
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Yeah, sometimes there's like special, you know, like explorer
world
packs and stuff that
needs
give you a
is
bunch
fun.
of potions and shit.
Well, I have actually started with a bunch of stuff in my pouch. There's quite a lot there. So I don't know what version of the game it is I got.
The game's pretty good at like setting you up to just go out and play right away. You know, like older games, I remember spending hours grinding like parts to make potions.
Like, I'm still getting, I've said I've playing through Ni no Kuni 2 now. I'm still going through tutorials for that, and I'm, 14 hours into the game.
They won't stop
feels like
until about 80% in.
I know, man, it's just like every time you go through that game, there's more and more to go.
I'll tell you, I think you've played this one, Bebo, but like, absolute worst game for like incessant tutorials was Tales of Berseria.
Yeah.
It's still giving you tutorials at like 10 hours for the end.
100%.
Like, stop unlocking stuff. I know the game now.
Yeah, it's a good game. There's loads of systems like Meshing where it's like, I don't need to like have 1,000 fucking tutorials for it. I've fucked around enough by this point. That's because it's a predecessor, Tales of Zestiria. It's an alright game, but it was a big letdown for a lot of folk. Obviously Berseria is, I believe, either a prequel or a sequel. Same world anyway.
Yeah. Did you ever play any Tales games, Dargo?
One on my DS once when I was in the hospital and I was too out my tits on morphine to realise what was going on. I just remember a dude with red hair running around outside something that I thought at the time was Balam Garden School, and I was like, "Oh, the fuck! I don't want to be here," and I turned it off. Like even when I'm absolutely fleeing on medical heroin, there's no part of my body that's like, "No, I don't want to play FF8." So yeah, that's my experience with Tales of Berseria. I thought it was FF8 because I was out my nut, and but it
You're
didn't.
fucking fleeing. I can actually recommend a few of them. They're really good. My favourite one was always Tales of Vesperia.
A few of my friends are huge into the series, and one of them actually gave me Berseria to play, but I've not done it yet. I've still got the game. He gave me that like 3 or 4 years ago.
I'd say it's worth it. It's very the flavour of anime that it is very angsty.
Yeah.
There's a lot of angst in it.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I would have probably been more favourable to it if I'd played it before Persona 5, because that's kind of the ultimate anime game for me
What
now.
are we waiting for? The
Yeah,
new
that's
world
literally
awaits.
got an anime as that anime. Well, then again, so
Yeah.
is Berseria. Or I don't know if they made it. I know that Vesperia, Tales of Vesperia got an anime, and so did Tales of Symphonia. They're very gimped down versions of the story, you know, but it's still really good.
Quite interested to see the Nier anime that's coming out.
Oh yeah, me too, man.
Just purely from you talking about how good it is, because I've not played it yet.
I have only played Replicant. I've not played Automata yet, but I really need to get on that.
Yeah, so that's one that I've had on my Steam list. Like, I know that it's going to be an emotional investment. I'm not sure. I need to go when I'm in the mood to be sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone get ready to get real sad.
Speaking of getting ready to get real sad, FF7 Remake Part 2 Rebirth, oh my god, it's going to be Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to
Absolutely.
end so bad for everyone.
I remember I saw Max Dude talking about that. As his, do you know what that means? Get ready to see everyone suffer.
Yup. That's it, you know, like the point he's talking about, that is an excellent point for the story.
That like, and he is totally right. Like, usually at the midpoint of an epic trilogy, it is where the characters are at their lowest points, and like they have to then recover from that for the finale.
Yeah, look at
I mean,
Spider-Man
how
2.
far do you think we're going to go with that? Do you think we're going to go past Junon, Calm?
Well, I mean, it's anyone's guess right now, because they've confirmed that it's 3 games,
Yeah,
which
this
is
going to be
less
the
than I thought
second.
it was going to be.
Yeah. So I think we're going to get the Calm backstory stuff. Maybe Midgar's all in mid-story, and then a lot happens in Junon and Costa del Sol that kind of breaks stuff. But then you get a big Barrett moment, which is when you go into the desert and you find out.
For Corel.
Yep, that's all happening. We're getting all of that. We're getting the Golden Saucer. We're going to get all of it. I think Max is dead on, and the game is going to end right as we approach Northern Crater, and everything is fucked, because that is the best point to end. Like, the attack on Junon would be fucking immense.
Yeah.
So you think it's going to get to weapon release, basically?
Yeah, right as the
so
weapons
that'd
are
be
released.
fucking grand.
That's right. The fucking cannon is like aiming down the fucking barrel as weapons cut approaching, and that's when it's just like cuts out. And then the third game is just like Max said. It's just a big kaiju battle, like hunting simulator, all throughout the world. And they've got the experience for that with 16, because that just looks like fucking kaiju battles.
Yeah. Shit, do you know what? I want that to be the thing now. If there's no that, I'm going to be disappointed. You've got me hyped.
Plus, like, how much of the third game's actual disk space is going to be dedicated to animating Knights of the Round?
Well, pardon me, sorry. That's one thing
Yeah,
I wasn't too happy with in the remake, is just like, see, when I got summons in the game, I spammed them. Like, I'm not going to lie, it was like, oh, spectacle button. So, like, making it kind of difficult to get into the summons was a bit of a...
Well,
Don't get me wrong, when I did
you're
actually
going to
get them, I was
absolutely fucking love Crisis Core then. The summons are going to happen whether you want them to or not at
Oh,
all for hours.
I played the entire one on PSP. I actually genuinely loved the game.
God, no, the roulette system was ball ache. I remember getting, like, level locked in a place because it just wouldn't pop the next level for me, and then it gave me 7 in a row.
Sounds about right for that game too. There is, like, I eventually did look it up, there is, like, requirements for the level up to come, but you don't get it automatically. You do have to kind of get the roulette, which was odd. Okay.
Don't tie my fucking progression to RNG.
Yeah, it is a bit daft. It does look like they're
RNG
changing because
hates
this is a remake as well, mind. You got some items. I think I started with some. Did I know? Item pouch. Aye. So I've had a meal. I've had all this nonsense. I've got 99 empty files, whatever that means.
Yeah,
That's used for-
empty files are for bows. You'll get there's coatings you can put on bows with it.
I've got 6 potions and 6 antidotes. Is that enough?
That'll do. That'll do for now. Like, see, whenever you do hunts, you get a bunch of money at the end, and you can then see about if you want to buy extra stuff. But most of the time, if you're just going around the level, essentially, you'll be picking up things like herbs and honey and stuff like that, and you can craft potions with that.
Yes.
Well, I'm a
I have
holder,
something.
so that helps me.
I have something very important for you to do before you go. Don't forget to pet Poogie.
Dude, where?
There's a small pig.
I need to be led to the small pig.
He's around there somewhere, I'm sure.
So he'll usually kind of follow you around, but you can find him for quite reliably near the quest board in the bottom area. But he'll generally follow you around.
I'm at the point where I can invite these now.
I think we need to get you into the same room before we can join any quests with you.
Because this is literally the very, very first hunt, so I'm not sure if he can join us if we're going to do this one first.
Can we?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Alright, okay, so I was going to say, can we invite him into the guild room or something?
I'm working on it, I'm just remembering who actually does that. Which NPC is it that does that shit? Fuck it, I'll just go to the Hunter's Hub.
That's my kind of system. Do it for me. Okay.
Astera Gathering Hub.
I wish to see the pigoo. Where's the pigoo? Oh, okay, see the pig. Where is it?
Somewhere around the quest board. Which is behind you from where you're going. Over towards the water.
I am about as observant as a sack of totties, so...
Over towards the water, and then he's somewhere around here. There he is! Is that not it? No, that was a sack. Look, my phone's not displaying in fucking 1080p, alright?
So yeah, that's a really funny way to say it. That's not a pig, that's a sack. Poogie might not be there yet. Oh.
What costume have you put on him, Dargo? Mine's is mini behemoth.
Namiel Astro Cape.
Nice. Yeah, mine's is purple with wee horns and a big mane. He's crispy bacon.
How crispy bacon? Oh my god. That's so good.
Yep. Okay, so I guess PlayStation parties know enough for this then. Is it all just a communication, gestures, poses, shout, stickers, chat?
Oh my god, how do we do this again? It's been so long. Right, not you. It's you. And then that. Oh wait, I think I've got it.
God, he's so fucking cute.
Yeah, there we go, invite a friend. There we go. It's all coming back, the muscle memory's kicking in.
Yeah.
I just gotta find you.
I would have to use the gathering hub, but I can't do that yet. Right.
is. Yep.
Or is it not letting you do it because you've not got Gathering Hub?
Maybe. What's your username on the PlayStation again?
Is it Tarian probably? Oh shit, I hope that doesn't show up. Might have just doxed the Perrys. Don't show up. Don't show up on stream. I don't know if my PlayStation menu shows up. I think it's at it's fuck, who am I kidding? It's right there. Xetarian. Yeah.
You set to appear offline?
That should be. Oh, don't look. Online status online.
Maybe it's just not displaying you because you're not able to be invited.
Maybe. Do you want me to go for this mission first then?
Yeah, just go for it. I think it might be that you need to get the privilege of going to the Gathering Hub first.
Right. Okay.
You need to do maybe the first proper quest before you can.
Hello,
All right,
Angela.
this is our first job. Let's do a quick rule number 1. Complete the objective to complete the quest. Each quest has an objective. You can't. Our current objective is to eliminate a specified number of Jagras.
That is exactly what it says.
Let's check the map. We ran into some Jagras on the way to base. The small monsters, remember? I think we saw them somewhere around here. Want to check it out? Rule number 2. The commission supplies us with a loadout of... They're in the supply box over there. Have a look and decide what you should take along.
I can't wait till you see us both in game, Bebop, because Dargo's got on all this really jaggy, serious looking end game gear, and I've got a golden jacket on. I've got a big wiggler head.
Buff yourself and the team to gain the upper hand.
Okay.
Be careful.
Nope.
You need to load the slinger with some ammo.
It's
See anything
time
useful
to
lying
cut.
around?
I just whacked my wee pellicle. I'm sorry. I'm trying to work out how to play.
So essentially, you've got for your standard attack, it's triangle. Usually for your heavy attack, it's circle, but it differs from weapon to weapon. You'll see in the top right-hand corner of the screen there are some button prompts to tell you what you can do, and it changes based on what stage of the combo that you're in. I can't do that. I can't do this quest yet, Dargo. I have not completed that investigation yet. We can duck into the other guy if you want. You can watch me cart at high speed.
No. We'll keep it fun.
I did a song. Yes, I worked out how to do it. Ooh. Herb.
Do you have any that you need done?
Ready your weapon before attacking. Keep in mind that what you're able to do depends
see.
on whether or not your weapon is drawn.
Like yesterday when I was just doing limited bounties and just like some of the event stuff to get the Dante sword, but
you can gather honey and mix it with a potion to make
I don't think I've really got anything major that I need to do, except for Big Fatty.
Those are the monsters we're after.
Let's see how you hold up when you're on your own.
Whoa. Come here, you wee bastard. Get bonked.
There we go. The bonkening has begun.
Is there a locker? A locker would be nice.
There is. You click the stick.
Ah, I didn't click it. Hard enough. Couldn't press the button.
The slap that you get. This is one of the games where the actual
on the run.
stun
Don't let 'em get
stagger
away.
from doing hits
Grab all the monster
feels
materials you
really
can.
fucking
You
beefy.
can use 'em at the
Like
sniffer.
everything
Yeah.
feels meaty when you hit.
I do like that when a hit in a game has a bit
Oops.
of impact.
This game has some high impact shit in it. It's like the bigger the weapon goes, the
whatever you
more
can.
frames you get as well. So sometimes you like hit shit with the greatsword and the game feels like it's lagging.
So
Keep it together.
what
Okay?
I could do is like if you there's the three kind of big ones I've got to do. Just looking
Okay.
over my
Let's head home and report back
assignments
to the
here,
old man.
Dargo, is the Raging Brachydios, Alatreon, the proper one, and Fatalis, the first quest for it.
Oh, all absolute fucking winners.
Yeah, all horrible, horrible experiences.
Well, you throw something up, I'll join.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry you can't join me, guys. I guess I
Oh no,
should
no,
have
we knew
guessed
this
something
would
else would
happen.
have happened.
Well,
No, we're
you're
aware
gonna
of
have
this.
to. Yeah, you're gonna have to get past like a certain point before we can jump in. It is. Like it was always going to be a thing that was. You need to get past a certain point before we can jump in and help, and then it'll be smooth sailing.
I mean, the way that I always see it is like that. This is the part of the game that's the hardest to get through, and
The beginning.
yeah, because like after it unlocked, like right now it's limited. This is one of the games where the more you have, the better it is. You know, right at the start when you're really limited, it is limiting, it's constricting. Especially if you've played other games in the series and you know what is coming up, like how free it actually gets.
Aye.
So yeah, having people just on chat with you
Good
to
to
guide
see
you
you.
and answer any questions about how things work and shit like that is always going to make the experience easier.
I dare say I was kind of just button mashing there and hoping for the best.
I say,
Always
depending on
do
how many buttons you actually want to
self-improvement.
press in combat, you can change that. If you go into hammer, it's just like R2, triangle.
And listen up.
Got a lot of dusty buttons on the pad from playing hammer.
Oh, I can now depart on quest with other players via online session.
Yo!
Hey,
I'm
there we
guessing I want
go.
to keep the voice chat function off on this since we're in a party in the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Makes
That
sense.
makes sense.
I think it,
Alright.
like, to be honest, I think
Now
it
that you got some materials,
prioritizes
why don't we head
like
over to
your
this
party
sniffer to see
audio
what you can do
anyway.
with them?
Because it said that it popped up on the screen telling me it was doing that when we started.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right, shall I cancel this quest then, Dargo?
Yeah, go for that. Oh, my pad's a
Because
bit
we are, if we're imminent to joining.
Oh, hello.
I'm just checking to see if maybe I don't have you on my friend list for some reason. Oh yeah, that is the problem.
Rutro.
There we go. Friend request sent.
So I better go and get my non-endgame weapon on as well.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, like I still think that we're probably going to be doing a decent amount of damage still because of like decorations.
Fine.
Yeah, you can take them off as well.
How the fuck do you see like your friends list on this nonsense? I don't be very social. I know. Because the only thing I've got is game base.
I'm going on to the friend invite screen, but I think it's
I think I've actually got a hammer that's
just built a basic one at the blacksmith.
Yeah, I
Like
think that's what
the basic level 1.
Okay, yeah, I want to see this. Yes, I want to. Let me see the party, please. Okay. Okay. Right now, I've accepted that.
Nice. Okay. So all I need to do now is that. Over.
Sorry, guys, it's this futuristic technology. Doesn't do well with me.
There we go. Invite sent. So once you're in the room, I'll add you to this, and then anytime you start the game up, if you just join like a squad session, it means that we'll all just automatically be put in the same game.
That's handy. That's handy. Useful functions. Yeah, it looks like my PlayStation stuff doesn't pop up in that, thankfully, so I wouldn't be doxing
Good to
anyone
see you.
other than myself.
Quite good
there you-
for.
there you are.
Yeah, it's quite like these games are quite good for like data protection stuff like that automatically. You know, some games you can't even stream because they're blocked.
And listen up.
You cannot depart with players on it. Yes, I know this game. That's
All
what I'm
right.
here for.
Now that you've got some materials,
There we
why
go.
don't we head over
So
to
we
the
invite
smithy to
sent
see
to
what
the
you can do with
squad.
them?
That's another one.
Also, send you our guild cards because that's a thing.
Joining squadding.
Yeah, this will just appear on like the option button menu. You'll see a wee exclamation point.
And if you come up to the gathering hub, you'll be able to see us.
Which one's the gathering up again?
So if you go to see the place where the chains are going up and down.
Those?
Yeah, it's kind of in the middle of the area. There's like a bunch of chains that are going up and down. If you go and press X next to it, you will get the option to travel.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And then if you go to Gathering Hub, you'll find us there.
Oh yeah! I think the festival's
vote
on,
for
so you
Dargo.
might get a wee intro sequence.
Yes, and there's also funky music. There's a nice big ice sculpture. That poor cat must have the most frozen knackers in the world, though.
Maybe he's into it. Don't king shame him.
He's just going to walk along and all you're going to hear pendulum noises.
So you'll be able to tell which one's me, Brian, because I've got
Hey, partner.
the name that's attached to me.
That's the name. I feel woefully underdressed. What is on your face? What is on your face? What is on your face? And how do I get one?
That is the Wiggler head. We'll get you one if you want one. You might need to be higher hunter rank, but we'll get there.
You know something, Bebop? I've actually decided. Take a look at my character for a second. Yeah, I've actually decided that I cannot be fucked with this, so I'm out of here. Bye.
Wait.
That's.
Nah, I'm back.
Just
kidding.
You jumped.
Very good, you mad dragoon bastard, you. Why do I have
Oh
a
no!
little face? with a
Oh, what's
quick eye?
happening?
He's dead.
Oh, I'm so sick. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that's very much in lines with dragoons. Studying
I'm
before.
a zombie now.
Why are you still telling me I have options? What is this? What is this? Guild card. Receive. Okay. Receive. Accept. Thank you. Squad card. Accept. Receive. Okay, now I no longer have one. Oh my god, I committed my menu to a mad dance party. Alright. So, a dinosaur or three?
Oh my god, Nanaki's dancing too. I never noticed that. Oh, that's so good.
That's great.
Alright, let's go get some jank.
Yeah,
so over here, right, sorry, Scott, but Bebop, over here there's two people at the desk. If you talk to the one on the right, she'll let you put up quests that we can join.
Yeah, so she functions as your quest board or handler for up in here.
Ah. Okay. I have one available, and it's for killing those Jaggers.
Okay.
Optional.
Let's do it.
The events. I don't fucking know. I've got a 3-star. One there called Crack of Dawn.
So the event quests will all be super hard at the moment. Like you are like to give you a bit of so like you see like how difficult it is from the stars next to it. Your blue star rank 1. So
I can do one of them. I can do one of them. There's one of them that's blue star rank 1. To slay 12 Kestodons.
Oh.
A Kestodon kerfuffle.
But yeah, the only one I can do is this Jaggers from Ancient Forest, so will I just bump us in and whack-a-bam?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Assigned equals story missions for progression. You'd think it would have some more. Oh, fuck it. Bonk! Can't repeat completed assignments.
Let's slap some iguanas.
Hi.
Jesus. Just make sure that absolutely nothing is gonna.
Right, we'll have to do it as optional. Yes.
Oh, is it not letting you do the main quest one?
Nah. Oh. Lucky vouchers are used. Post and quest receive a bonus. What is that? Okay. I'll do it. Yes. What happened?
What happened?
What happened? I can't do a high voice now. Okay. Well, let's just leave with that then.
Okay. It might be that it's not. It might be that it's not letting the regular quest go out from the gathering hub. I don't know if it has to be from the main area with a handler or not.
It's probably more because there's a cutscene involved that you've not seen yet, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you're doing like a quest, basically what will need to happen is when you do the quest for the first time, because there's cutscenes, you'll need to go in first, Bebub, and then once you've seen the cutscene, we'll be able to join.
Yeah, you can fire like SOS flares, and then the other players can jump in and join.
Yeah, SOS flares will get you randoms, but if you've posted the quest on the board in the main area, because we're in the same session, we'll be able to see it.
Dargo is waiting to join the quest, okay.
It's because I'm on a fucking PS4 that's trying its best, alright? It's the little PS4 that could. She'll get there. She's just warming up.
Maybe a little too warm by the sounds of things.
Come on, Sonia. You can do it. Go on, girl. I believe. There you go. Thanks, darling. I love you.
Cool. So you're the one that's got ready to go. How do I do that?
So you press the pad button,
got it.
and then you'll be able to choose to depart when you're ready.
Now, unfortunately, this is the worst number of people to have in a party.
Why?
Okay, because one, everything is like it's at its regular health, so it's pretty even. 2 people, the monsters are buffed, but you both get to bring your palicos. 4 people is the maximum number of actual players you can have. So 3 is exactly enough to have 1 open slot, but no cats. So it just feels like the debuff number, you know.
So we're playing on hard mode, guys.
Did you not change your weapon out?
Oh no, that is my basic one.
Oh, I've just came as Leon, so I don't die, but with a basic gun. So standing at camp and giving everybody buffs with the Doot Flute is a thing. And
Yeah.
people running away before you can give them buffs is also a thing.
Yeah, as far as I recall, you know, the people who kind of Doot Flute at a distance are known as corner horners. So you're gonna see like various like little bits of guidance like leading you off to like plants. So like see just behind you, Bebop, where I'm standing, there's like a herb. If you take this, it will automatically turn into a potion.
I've already snatched it to be like, because that was on the. Excuse me, sorry, the tutorial.
Wow.
Oh my god, wow. Sorry.
Impressive.
Kino's calling them camper bampers.
Camper Pampers.
Now, here's another thing that you can do in this game. Here's another really interesting thing that you can do. So see if you come over
That sounds great.
over yonder.
Yeah.
You just equip it and I'll show you. So there's little bits of nature that's like floating around, like there's birdies. You know, there's really pretty birdies. And loads of other things like little buggos and shit like that. Where are they? There's one. There's a rabbit. So you can go up and you can just steal that shit. Come here, nature. Get my fucking net. Come here, nature. Yeah, stole some nature. And now it's mine. I keep that forever, and I can go and put it in my room, and it's now a prisoner for my happiness.
This is an aspect of the game that I have like done next to none of.
Stealing nature's great. There's so many pretty bugs in the game, and then you get a room. You can put all your animals in your room. It's super good.
Because whenever I'm just whenever I'm doing that, like I just snagged one of those bunny rabbits as well, and it came up with like a new record of size.
Meanwhile, I just whack it with my bagpipes. Oh, I'm sorry, bird. I didn't mean it.
You have to equip your capture net to get them.
Yep.
And then the game just turns into Ape Escape.
So you'll also be able to see like obviously if you press the pad button, I don't know how much of the map will be revealed to you yet. But there's like tons of different zones. As we continue to move through, you'll see more and more of them. And different monsters have the propensity to like spawn in different areas, and you kind of get used to what they are.
Vines, by the looks of it, because we're here to slay Dragras, and they're up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll follow you.
If I can get up the vine. Thank you. I've already got lost. Where was it?
You can fast travel back to camp simply by selecting it from the wildlife map.
There's a mining outcrop, and Kino suggested I go. Move capturing it. Thank you.
If you hold in R1, you can sprint.
Yes.
Or if you click the stick, but holding in R1 is generally better.
Ah, bonk!
Ah, we found some.
You can carve materials off of monsters. These materials are vital for producing new equipment and upgrading what you have.
Yo. What the fuck? Why have I got so much Daka? This is insane.
So yeah, just carve these guys, and you'll get like monster bits. You'll be able to make like some basic armor, but I think you've got the Guardian armor on, haven't you?
Yeah, Guardian Omega armor.
Yeah, so that stuff will kind of carry you for most of the game, to be honest. That's an armor that they added in, basically, so people could comfortably make it to Iceborne.
Ah, well, okay, that's just me fine. I think that shiny thing down there is the funny looking crystal Kino's talking about. Yeah,
yeah, the blue one. Yeah,
Dink.
that's mining.
Dink. Mine?
Now, back in the day, this used to be an absolute ball ache. Mining was horrible.
You can use that as slinger.
Yeah, because you had to devote in the old games. You had to devote item slots to like a pickaxe and a fishing rod and a bug net, so that you could collect the items.
But there was rarities and qualities of those items. So sometimes, if you were going out mining to get loads of like ore for making weapons and shit like that, you would have to go out with some iron pickaxes, some regular pickaxes, some golden pickaxes, and then they would break so fucking easy depending on what you were going for. Sometimes you had to also dedicate slots in your inventory to stuff to craft more pickaxes while you were out on the field.
I am not going to lie, that sounds tedious as fuck, yo.
Yeah, this here, I don't know if you've picked it up already, Bieber, but this is a beehive. If you grab that, it'll turn potions into mega potions. I don't know.
Limited consumables. You have to keep crafting pickaxes at the ore you got using your picks. Oh, that is just sounds like a vicious cycle. I don't want it in today with. That's what Kino was
pretty
saying to you
intense,
as well,
man.
yeah.
And it was like most ore deposits gave you like 3 to 5 bits of ore, but sometimes one of those bits was actually a kazoo whelp, and it would like jump out and poison you.
Haha! Surprise! You suck.
Yeah, and your pickaxe could break. So sometimes you would mine something, you'd be like, yeah, I only need one more bit, and this is the deposit. Clink, pickaxe has broken, kazoo whelp.
Oh, so you could end up with like a net negative.
Yeah.
Oh, that would actually infuriate me, man. Because I'm a big nasty video game hoarder. I will gather everything, even if I don't need it. I'm gonna grab that shit, and I'm gonna take that shit. If I've not got room for it, I will make room. And if I can't, if I was like desperately trying to hoard as much as I could, and then it broke and I'm having to spend to get, I'd be up. Oh, I'm going down a hill. Didn't mean that. Hello. Friend or foe?
The sliding attacks are incredible.
Yeah, because like if you slide off an edge, you'll jump up into the air, and like you have a chance of if you use that on a large monster, you get a chance of mounting it, like jumping on its back and hacking away.
Don't worry, man, I got this.
Dodge their attacks. You don't want to take hits like that head on.
Use these. Doesn't feel like he's doing anything.
So is it, have you done bowgun before? Is this a new experience for you, Dargo?
Totally new. It was the only level 1 weapon I had.
I'll probably take this opportunity to experiment as well. I'll play a few things that I haven't.
It's kinda like the bow, but because there's no like real hit impact, I'm usually like it doesn't feel like anything's actually doing anything.
So we're probably going to need to get further in to get the last Jagras, because for some reason we got 6 out of 7.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to find more on my map, but I couldn't. That's a dead end.
We'll get you. Alright, just follow us, we'll take you where you gotta go. Get you onto something a bit more exciting.
Yeah. Because like
this
the
right
little...
here, sorry,
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Right. Okay, I was going to say this right here that I'm standing in front of, this is Wiggly Lychee. If you take that, I'll give you a little boost.
Yeah, it slows your stamina depletion. It's great.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realise I had stamina, so... Oh, birdies. I don't like to be where the birdies are. What the hell?
If you see the things that are around called red pits, you can use those in your slinger. Oh god.
No! That's not what I meant to do! No!
Listen, man, see that little frog that you just kicked? That is the most powerful fucking entity in this entire fucking canon. That thing can halt like gods in their tracks. It's insane.
I wanted to befriend it, not punt it, for fuck's sake.
Well, no. If the choices are, you can damage it until it's no longer alive, or you can capture it and make it a prisoner. That's it.
I have found some Jagras and I'm sending a ping.
Uh-oh. I fell off a cliff. Does that help?
Sorry, I'm following behind you in case you get in trouble.
Right, you're pinging up that way. Okay. Ooh. Well, they're horrifying. Am I going towards the ping? I'm going towards where this light is.
These things are vigor wasps. If you haven't encountered them already, if you run by them and slash them, you'll get health.
Handy.
Yeah, the environment is one of the biggest boons and hindrances in any hunt in this game. There's so much stuff in it that you can interact with to change what's happening.
Get off it. Get off, please. Let go. Let go. Let go, please. Let go of the fucking thing. Why won't you let go? Oh, there we go.
Press it. Press X.
Alright, okay. I didn't realise I had to press it. I didn't have to do it last time. Well, there's Dargo. I lost the Dargo.
Oh, sorry, I'm just enjoying swinging on the vines. It's fun.
So, Scott, you've said you're pinged. How do you see pinged?
So, have you got, so, is there see next to your mini-map on the bottom left, is there a picture of Jagras at all?
No.
It says R3. And they've spotted me. They've spotted me.
Because it's a small monster, he won't get a thing for it unless he's in that area.
Yeah. I can see he's coming closer, so... See, one of the Jagras just rubber banded really hard.
Follow my connection, it's not the most stable. Tell you guys. Oops. Not meant to do.
There we go. You get the last one.
Yeah.
You can do it.
You can do it, Bebop. Kick him in his scaly balls.
I'm too busy playing the pipes, man.
My first love is music.
So you want to make sure you've got disband and return to gathering hub selected. It should be automatically selected.
So I shouldn't be whacking this wee bastard in the face. Alright.
Oh no, go nuts. This is like the post hunt. Do it, like, fuck around.
Yeah, you've got like 40 seconds to like carve as much stuff as you can.
Yeah, most people just run around and try and launch each other in the air so they can't get all their drops. It's great.
Sounded it right, I suppose. Oh, that poor wee dog.
It's really infuriating when it's like something really big and difficult to kill and somebody's just launching you and you can't get all your carves. You're like, oh fuck.
Ooh, mine. Oh. The timer lies. It ends at 10 for some reason.
Oh man, this is such a journey. I'm happy to be on it.
Take all? Yeah, take all.
I'm getting because we are doing like the lower rank quest Dargo, we're gonna get golden eggs all the way through this.
I know, man. We're gonna be rich, bitch.
We're so rich.
What's this? Support all-star buffs and heals applied? 10. Okay.
At the end of the thing, it gives you like a little commendation for what you brought to the team.
Yeah.
I pressed buttons. Apparently they done stuff.
Alright. Now that you've got some materials,
Oh, don't worry about it.
why
Some
don't
of the
we head
ones
over
that
to
it
the
gives you are
city to see what you can
absolute
do with them?
participation prizes.
Yeah, like how many, like someone fired and hit their slinger, like the most times.
Yeah, the most heals administered and shit like that. It's like, oh, okay, you took the most damage then. Or like Trackstar ran the most. It's pretty infuriating sometimes.
Yeah, so, some of them are tragic.
That's probably the one I'm going to get, like, swinging mist with a weapon the most times. Make another hunting horn with the bits I gathered, yes, because it's telling
Yeah.
me to go and speak to the smithy. But
Yes.
I've totally just got lost.
So yeah, if you like something that you can do, like see, you'll learn Astera over time. You'll get the hang of where everything is. But until then, see if you just go to those the chains. There's like predetermined bits. So like there's a lift to the canteen. There's a lift to the workshop, which is where the smithy is. There's the trade yard, which is where the item shop is, and just abuse that.
Cool. Well, I'm going to need to apologise, lads. I need to nip to the loo very quickly. So I will leave these chatting for a moment.
We'll keep them busy.
We'll keep them warm for you. Don't worry.
So I was going to say that myself as well. Like this is kind of cool. Like going through it with someone who never has.
Yeah, yes, we've been on the other side of it as well. You know, both of us have the delayed stream view.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like everybody should start their Monster Hunter journey somewhere, and World was just a perfect place for that to be the case, right?
Yeah, it's a great place to start because by this time they've introduced so many like quality of life improvements to the game.
I know, right? Not having to deal with the potion flex in and of itself is just
and loading screens in between zones.
Oh man, I don't know. Zone loads kind of saved your life every now and then.
Well, it's fine until the Devil Joe yeets you out of the zone and then spawns on top of you.
That's true. That is absolutely true. I remember, like, back in the day, it used to be a fucking thing. Like, you would run into the arena, get slapped back into the load screen, and you go back in, right into a tail wipe, back into the load screen. Sometimes you'd have to loop.
Yep.
Like in Ancient Forest, you'd have to run around the entire fucking forest, because Rathalos was just in a tail sweep loop.
Yep, and on top of that as well, like, whenever, like, in this, like, obviously, because there's no loading screens, if a monster flies away to another zone, you can just run there. If a monster flew away to another zone in the older games, you were, like, looking at 5 or 6 loading screens before you actually saw it again.
Sometimes you got there and it was just immediately fuck off to another one. You're like, oh, are you serious? That was a thing as well.
Chasing something like Chameleos and you can't even see it.
Yeah, like, when you get to that point in your life where you can finally, like, you just know, like, alright, Rathalos spawns in area 6 or 9, so let's go. And just run straight to it, not even looking at the map. It's there, you're like, right, okay, I've ascended. You can see the game in code. Oh, man. Right, what the fuck is going? I'm gonna take a wee look while he's not here at the story quests that are actually in the game and see where we are and where we've got to go, what's coming up. Line quests, rank 1, so we just... No.
Yeah, what's our checklist look like?
Well, the assigned quests I've got just now... Oh, that's master rank, that's why. Jesus.
Ow! Man, now I'm all wet.
Yes, boy. So, Kestodon Kerfuffle should be next.
Yes. So we're still on small monsters. We've not quite onto Jagras quite yet. Onto Great Jagras rather.
He's coming.
So it's wanting me to upgrade. Oh, well, blah, blah, blah. What the hell's happening? I'm not even reading these tutorials. I'm just going for it. I'm just
you really don't need to.
Menus.
So, like, when you get into it, you'll see that there is a weapon tree, and it'll tell you what pieces you need to get to the next stage of the weapon tree. You can make stuff from scratch with just forging items, or you can go to upgrade weapon and upgrade from your current one. I think if it's given you the Guardian armor, it's probably going to have Guardian weapons as well, and they are, like, again, really, really powerful enough to carry you through the whole thing, really.
Yeah.
But it's
I've
up
got
to you.
Guardian arms, but I definitely have Guardian armor.
Right, okay. Because because the Guardian weapons are sort of like scaled to end game of base game. And I suppose like I would say that would make your experience a lot easier, but I would maybe ignore them for your first playthrough, just so that you're going through the weapon tree and seeing how your weapon changes over time. I think you'll probably enjoy that. But it's up to you.
Yeah. You never know, man. This might continue all the way into Iceborne if you like it, right?
I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm sort of just fucking around in the dark here, and I literally remade the same weapon I was using, and I don't know if that was a good thing or not.
Well,
Right.
most weapons have multiple upgrade paths. You can see on the upgrade screen that there's like base weapons all the way to the left,
Yeah.
and then the things to the right are like the paths. Anything that branches off that usually requires some kind of different material. So, like a good example would be
It's
some
under
weapons.
development. That's why it says it in the red at the bottom. That's why it wasn't allowing me to do anything. Everything else is under development. Right.
Yeah. So the smithy's going to unlock further tiers for each weapon the further into the game you get, so you can extend that really, really far. But
Yeah.
like some weapons will have the ability to either stay raw damage, or they'll be able to go into like elemental damage. So you have like a katana, or you can make it a fire katana.
Yep, and there'll be status effects as well, so you can get weapons that have poison or paralysis or sleep. Usually you need to have killed a monster that uses that kind of attack to get the right bits.
Right. Aye.
Yeah.
That's
While
pretty
you're
cool, actually.
doing that, I'm going to jump to the toilet now. Excuse me.
Okay, tagging out. So it might feel a bit overwhelming at the moment, babe, but like this is all like this is the sort of admin side of the game, I suppose. It's not this is where like there is a degree of players that will maybe see this side of the game and kind of bounce off, but in the early game you don't really need to spend too much time with it. As long as you're occasionally like making new armor from the bits that you've made and putting it on, well, you don't even need to bother with armor because of the Guardian stuff. But like as long as you're like upgrading your weapon whenever you can, you'll be fine. The armor is something that, like, if you're coming up against a monster and you're hitting a brick wall, yeah, maybe change the armor to something that is going to defend against that element better or something.
But other than oh, excuse me, my throat went there. Other than that, is it more? I guess I would probably be inclined to call it Fashion Souls.
Well, it's I mean, like, there's not too much. Like, there is some fashion to it. You know that you do get the option to do layered armor, which is essentially transmogs. And you basically that's what my big wiggler head is.
Transmog.
So like,
cool.
it's a transmog because I'm actually wearing a decent helmet under it, but it just looks like I've got a big snake head. And that's just for fun.
Personally, I enjoy the snake head.
Yeah, I love it. But yeah, like there is a fair bit to it. I mean, like different armor pieces that you get throughout the game, like, might have certain boosts to like certain stats. You can put later on. You can put decorations in your armor as well, which are like little gems.
Yeah.
That will further increase
Basically,
difference.
enchantments, materia type thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you can sort of micromanage it and like max out boosts and end up doing like loads of damage. And there's ones that are specific to certain weapons as well, but we don't really need to worry about that this early. It'll gradually introduce all this stuff to you.
Yeah, I get it. Cool.
So you've got the. So it's the. What's next on your quest thing? Is it the Kestodon one?
No, I've got I've got to speak to the handler first.
Yep, cool.
The next thing we need to take care of are these Kestodon. Yep, yeah, she literally fucking said that. Yes, Kestodons apparently. Ancient Forest and go from there. Oh, good news. Handler's post leads. Find the quest board. You can sign up for quest there too.
Yeah, so your Kestodons are the ones that look like your Pachycephalosaurus, the headbuttsaurus.
So don't worry about having to check two places.
So again, yeah, if you post that on the board, we'll be able to see it and jump in. I don't think there's a cutscene on any of the small monster quests, so we probably will be able to come straight in on that.
So I'm posting the new quests. Kestodon kerfuffle. Players.
The player list really reveals the tisms.
Okay.
So the voucher thing, I would save them now and not use them because they increase your quest rewards. And if you save that for a monster that you really want the drops from, you'll get more loot from it and hopefully be able to make that weapon you've been wanting. Essentially,
Right.
that's the whole deal.
I get you. Right, it's no letting me into the gathering hub. I've
When you're
accepted
loading a quest,
Kestodon
you've got to stay in the
kerfuffle.
same area.
Okay.
Right, so it is saying for me that you can't join the quest until the leader has watched all cutscenes, so there must be a cutscene at the start.
Okay. Right, I'll leave the new and then I'll try and get yous on the fly then, is that how it works?
Well, we'll be able to see it, so like your quest is on the board and we can go into join quest assigned and we'll be able to see when we can...
Yeah, it says that they are joinable after departure. Apologies, I wasn't getting into them.
That's the one. So we'll be able to join when you've
done the obvious thing that I didn't do. Yeah, that sounds about right for me.
Okay, our job is to cull a certain number of
Just grab some
Kestodons.
chocolate, it's so
Recently,
good.
their numbers have been getting out of hand.
Want to get going?
You
No
can't
network connection failure.
chat with Scott Smiley left the party.
Yeah, it just means that he's had a wee network connection issue. Maybe his PlayStation overheated. Oh, wouldn't that be spicy? But he'll be able to join back in. That's the good thing about this game. There's like a drop-in, drop-out system. So as long as we're in the same kind of like server or lobby or whatever, then even if he gets booted, he can jump back into the game and join the quest again without you having to do anything. It's pretty cool, no?
Yeah, like it's very accessible and that kind of
Yeah,
sense.
that's a good word for it, yeah.
Accessible is probably the only word I can think of, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, my pal's doing that, I'm gonna go bother him. Because that's one of my peeves with Dark Souls, is how annoying it is to get fucking multiplayer going sometimes.
Yeah, well, that was one of the things that really helped me was when I was going for the platinum in this. There's one of them is for getting the largest and smallest possible size of each monster killed for your hunting log. And
We're on the
sometimes when I
hunt.
was trying to find, particularly the Corinne, when I was trying to find the largest size of that, I'd like have to run into a game, stand under it, measure it, see if I thought it was going to be worth fighting. And a lot of the time it wasn't. So other people would come in and they would load up games and jump in and we'd have like 3 or 4 people measuring. And then as soon as one of them looked like it might be the gold crown, we were like, right, everybody join his game, and we'd all just jump into that one. Even though we're all in the same lobby, you know? So even if there's like 16 players in the lobby, you can throw up, every one of them can throw up a quest, or you can throw up 4 quests and have 4 squads going out. Hey, he's back.
Sorry about that, lads.
Welcome back, my guy.
Wi-Fi shat itself.
It turned into pure anarchy as soon as you left, man, like, honestly.
So, I will need to rejoin the online session. What a palaver.
Well, we're just talking about how easy it is to get in and out the game and how accessible
there
it
we
actually
are.
is.
Those, my friend, are Kestodon. Let's see you take him out on your own. Huh.
Which, honestly, like, the guy that they got in charge of this, the director, for the way that the series has gone, is just like, wow, this really is. You guys know this is all about the party play and the, like, friend experience, so let's just lean the fuck into it.
Yeah, the matchmaking in it is pretty effortless.
It really is just a shame that it's an old game now.
Well, yeah.
If it was more populated still, like back in its prime, the amount of games you could get, you could literally just jump into any hunt for any monster and there was a full party waiting for you.
And, I mean, like, there is still definite, like, kind of, population, because a lot of people, you know, either haven't bothered with Rise or, you know, haven't got a Switch or don't play it on PC. So obviously Rise is available on PC now, but this for the PlayStation users, this is still kind of the current gen, if you like.
No.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Oh.
There's still a lot of people that don't necessarily see Switch as like
A viable console.
Well, not even a viable console. It's totally viable. It's just not like a true home console because it has that portable mode.
They're snobs. That's what I say.
I mean, at the same time, there's not really any games on the Switch that I would say are like, you know, there's a few, but it's not got as many console sellers for like single player experience as other consoles. It does seem to just be like the party game machine.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's a run-off for the Wii and Wii U, but I would say.
Yeah, and like Nintendo as well. Like they've always just kind of done their own thing. They don't really pay attention to the other console manufacturers. Like, obviously, like Sony and Microsoft are always trying to like one-up each other, whereas Nintendo just does Nintendo.
What I really liked when the big ActiBliz merger happened, it was like, oh, Sony's going to have to do a retaliatory counter-acquisition. Nintendo were like, we're not getting him, fuck off, no. We're going to be over here trying to sell cardboard to idiots.
That thing, man. Oh. Don't get me wrong,
Right.
it's clever technology, I think,
group.
but it really is just
Be careful.
£80 cardboard, isn't it?
It's fucking
I know.
packaging.
Castodon are the least of your
Imagine all the
lot
parents
bigger
that
monsters
spent
lurking
like
in the
60
forest.
to 80 quid
The
on
endemic
that,
life
and it's
around
now
here can
just
come in
sitting
handy
in a
during the
corner
hunts.
somewhere.
Try to learn as much as you can about them.
I mean, I really shouldn't, neither should you, be saying anything about people paying money for cardboard. But,
Well, yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Cardboard
so like,
crack.
maybe we should just back out of this one, because
Yeah.
I've got,
Yep,
I've
let's
literally
just-
got a box of 5,000 Jank FF cards.
Yeah, let's just homer into the hedge on this one.
Yeah.
Right, I've actually started killing stuff. I'm at the point now where I can invite yous.
No, well, yeah, we're still watching. I think there is a small event that's going to take place in your quest,
I see.
and we will be able to help once that happens.
Don't worry, we're ready and waiting.
Sorry, I'm just barking at some dinosaurs. Oh,
Dogs
there's a big
are
green
dinosaurs' natural
marker.
predator, you're right. That's why back in the day man sided with dogs, so that
Over here!
because we couldn't ride the dinosaurs. They definitely existed at the same time, shut up.
Hello. Down there, that's the rest
Be
of
careful.
the herd. Yes, I killed them last time by accident. Careful not to get boxed in.
So you see there the sort of green sparkly stuff. That's your scout flies. They're going to be your help for trying to find monsters. Particularly when we start hunting larger stuff, you'll be able to pick up like footprints and tracks, and then the scout flies will lead you to where it is.
The more
And if
tracks you pick up, oh sorry, there you go.
And if they turn blue, it's time to panic.
How is that in
The more
Rage?
tracks. No, that just means something big's nearby and it's seen you. But the more you pick up each thing, the more efficient they get at finding them, and eventually stuff's just on your map anyway, as soon as you spawn in.
Yeah, you can you increase your research level, and once you've picked up enough, then it just gives you the direction at the start of the quest.
There was a thing you could do back in the day. So back in old Monster Hunter, what you had to do was, there was no like scout flies or anything, so you literally just had to run around the map. Every time you left the zone you would get a load screen, so you know, the more load screens you get locked into, the more time you wasted. So you would run around and eventually you would find it, and you had to manually mark it with a paintball that would run out of time, and it just gave you like a blob on the map that showed you where the monster was. But you had to keep applying new paintballs every like 10 minutes or whatever.
Paintballs.
Alright, but then when you ran to the zone, and you like finally got the thing and you were like fighting and blah blah blah. Like I say, the paintball could wear off, so what you would used to have to do to find the thing quickly, or what you could do, was there was like a little fucking hot air balloon that had some like researchers flying overhead, and if you waved to them, they would use their binoculars and point out the monster for you.
I like that, that's not bad.
Yeah, there was also in this
flavor, you know what I mean?
in the mid to late game there was an item you could make as well called Psycho Serum, and basically if you loaded into the quest and drank it, it would show you briefly on the map for about like 10 or 20 seconds what zone the monster was in.
The game's really not afraid to be a bit silly. It's also not afraid to be completely fucking ridiculous. Almost accidentally went to the grinding lands.
I can't seem to get a hand of dodging.
Yeah, I mean it is very, at first it's very it seems almost like wrong to be using X to roll, and like it is something that, you know, because I've been playing so much Elden Ring, I kept pressing circle when I came back to the other day. I'm like, why am I not dodging?
It's definitely got its own control scheme, but you get there, you get used to it. You find if you're struggling with the dodging, it might just as well be because weapons have sort of
I think I found something.
Archetypes. So there's like really light weapons, kind of mid weapons, and really heavy weapons, and it's almost like Dark Souls armor weight. You know, you've got like different actual windows to perform rolls with each weapon. So like a lot of them you can't dodge roll out of specific attacks.
I think that's what outstrips me, because I've got a tendency when I'm learning stuff to just get.
Yeah, so stuff like the dual blades, they've got a lot of freedom of movement. Even during combos.
Something's up with them.
Stuff like the lance as well comes with like back hops and side steps and shit like that as part of its moveset. But then you've got other things like the fucking great sword or whatever. Like a lot of those swings you're locked into.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. That looks like you're
All
seeing
right,
the
partner.
cutscene. Yep,
New assignment incoming. Take down that Great Jagras.
Use
if you're not
SOS
ready,
flare.
you can return to base and take on the Great Jagras quest later.
So,
get going?
so you don't need to use the flare. That will call in randoms basically.
Help, go to the menu.
We can
select
join.
SOS flare to signal. And you're
Dargo's
going to need
already
friends
in.
when you go up against some of the tougher monsters. In order for the
I've
scout
joined
flies
as well.
to better track a target monster,
by for
you need
departure.
to keep finding traces of it, like footprints, for example.
Feel free to go ahead and start trying to fight it without us though.
Oh yeah, tenderize them, and we'll come and help.
Yeah, like a lot of our joy isn't going to be from actually fighting the monsters with you. It's going to be seeing you progress and find more of the world and hopefully get more and more into it.
Just let me play the pipes for a wee bit then, and I'll at all.
Every new monster's like, whoa, look at it. Whoa, what does it do? Oh my god, experience.
I mean, it did just kind of swallow one of the bastards like whole.
Yeah, it does that. He's a rascal. Whoa.
Dodge, 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 dodge. That's some good dodge.
Good. You're turning up a
Yeah,
lot
the
of
buzzer
clues.
just went and he's just being a guard dog, so I'll stay muted until he's settled.
Nah, don't worry about it. Dog's going to dog.
Yep. He's got to make sure you're all safe,
Kid marks.
and you know that there's a man.
Why did I pick
Okay.
up Jobby marks?
We've tracked the Great Jagras enough for the scout flies to lead us to
So
it.
yeah, so you're gonna find like footprints, gashes, skid marks, and like some of them will be worth more kind of points than others,
Yeah,
basically.
I can see it coming up on the side. There's just something kind of minging that, like, I'm picking up skid marks, you know, it just doesn't sound right.
You're less likely to lose sight of a monster if you use the focus camera.
Oh, he's right there, fuck you bastard, I got a fright there. You, stop walking away, get bonked.
The bonkening begins. I forgot I brought stuff to actually help you without necessarily fucking stuff up, so let me just find that. Oh, yeah. Here we go. There's a wee booster. And another wee booster. There you go. Bash away, son.
Dodge their attacks. You don't want to take hits like that head on.
Stop telling me to dodge attacks, bitch, I am trying. Fuck.
Wow, this bowgun really is easy mode.
I want that booty, give me the booty.
Now, another fun thing about this game as well is there's two different types of weapons. So that you can get kind of blunt weapons and like slashing weapons. And if you get something blunt, you are able to break parts and do stun damage and kind of knock monsters down and stagger them a lot more easily.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was fighting the wee dudes, I was kind of bonking them to, the typical, like, things floating around their head.
But one of the other things, the other type of weapon, Slash, which Xenomus here is wielding, that is able to actually sever parts from monsters' bodies, including like tails and shit. So a lot of stuff that has big sweeping tail attacks, you can actually lop that shit off and nerf it.
Disable it, that's pretty cool.
And you get like one free carve from a tail that's been chopped off as well. So it's usually quite a rare drop you get from a cut tail.
Yeah, but everything has its place. The blunt weapons are exactly what you want for something that's got like a horn, say. Be able to just smash that shit right off.
Yeah, you've mounted the monster.
Oh, you got
Now's your
onto
chance
it.
to
Nice.
Enjoy yourself. The monster's great.
No means no.
Is it hold or spam?
Spam.
Yeah, spam.
I'm a spam.
It's coming down.
Okay, it's down. Now's your chance to get in there and tear it up.
Now you get a few free bombs and he's knocking.
I'm just gonna hit them in his big rotund belly now.
Oh, stickies. Let's go. Cluster bomb. Holy shit, that cluster bomb's
That monster's
fucking good.
really mad now.
Yeah,
Be ready
it
for
wiped
some
me out as well.
gonna try and keep the jobbers off now.
Yeah.
Jobbersaurus.
Sharpness. Create some distance, then use a whetstone.
That's the fucking velociraptor in most media, like Jurassic Park movies especially, they are the Jobbersaurus.
Don't mind me just sharpening my hammer.
Just don't go flying. You're gonna go up the stairs of the night and you're gonna have spawned away with that dad joke. And it'll be instantly disappointed with you.
Such is life.
There we go. Tuesday.
Your face!
Oh, he's fucking off, isn't he?
The monster's
Yes.
running away. Use the scout flies as a
weak.
guide and they'll lead you right to him.
You try to catch it in a net there.
Not quite. I don't think you've quite got a big enough net. Although, you can capture monsters, if you wish.
And you can't stick to his butt like this.
Capturing the monster often yields better rewards. But, perfect. So some Scran arrived, so I'm just going to attack that while you're finishing and then loading into the next one. I will catch up with you gentlemen.
No worries.
Stabbing at the guilty, this in the face.
Yeah, when he comes down, don't forget to kick the frog. That will fuck him right up.
Yeah.
Great.
So frog's like under his butt.
I don't want to kick the frog, I like the frog. I should have kicked the frog. He's back up.
Frog is the slayer of dreams.
Look, the monster's almost done for. Chances are it'll retreat to its nest to recuperate.
Oh, come on, man.
So later on in the game, so like you do get the option when you're hunting in this game to slay or capture the monsters, and capturing increases the chance of different types of loot dropping. But
The monster's been immobilized. Now's your chance.
oh, you stopped him. Good. Later on, you'll come across some more powerful creatures called Elder Dragons. And one of their gimmicks is they can't be captured.
See, if you want them, that's something you just have to go and meet them up with.
And like part of the part of the one of the items you can use in this is traps, and pitfall traps and shock traps are what you use to capture monsters, but Elder Dragons are just immune to them. And they may be immune to traps, but the frogs still get them. The frogs can still paralyze or put them to sleep. Because you get paratoads, which are those yellow ones that you've seen already, and there's also sleep toads, which are blue, and they're fantastic.
So you can literally just put an entire Elder Dragon to sleep.
Yep, just kick a frog next to it. Ooh, a big slap in the chops.
Let's head back and report to the old man.
Okay, I'll take
that's
it.
an interesting point you've made, man. I think it would be really cool if one of the new monster types they introduced is just giant fucking paratoad, because that thing would be like, that would be god tier. Anytime you went and need it, it just huffed and fucked your guy up. Doesn't matter if you've got paralysis resist.
So mind and get your carves off of the big guy, Bebop. We'll keep the little tiny Sauruses off you.
I just cut his mohawk off. Is that all I do?
Yeah, so like if you hold circle near any of the creatures that you can, you'll take bits off of them, and that'll be used for making weapons.
Oh, another point as well about the difference between capturing and killing. When you capture something, just dropped the prawn crackers. When you capture something, the research commission will take hold of it, and that often unlocks further quests, such as arena fights. Arena fights is like a special fighting arena that's set up for you to basically 1v1 or bully fuck out of in a party monsters that you've captured.
I think we got a lead.
It includes such features as rocks you can drop on things and giant spikes you can poke
Let's
into
check it out.
things.
I think I've seen a few people stream them kind of fights. I remember there's a big thing that's got like one of the, the bearded dragons, or the kind of forward beardy bit that can puff up. There's a big one in it, looks like he's like all mountain in front. I've seen a few people fight one of them, it looks like a big wooden arena. Oh, he's a drippy fellow. Pookie.
Well, you were right.
Yeah, that's.
our
I
mark.
believe that may be our next target.
Something's got him agitated.
Is it the giant flaming rock pile, which for some reason
over
isn't
there.
setting the jungle on fire?
What in the heck is that?
So
never seen
remember
anything like
the giant flaming rock
think
pile
it's
you
from
arrived here on?
Zoromagus?
Boy.
I'd like to find out.
The alive one.
But we better report back first. All right?
Yeah, that's like one of his like toenail clippings.
Ugh. Guess it is Law of the World. Use what you can. Oh, I've got some bonus rewards. Break his stomach. Oh.
Yeah, so breaking parts, breaking specific parts of a monster gives you additional rewards. So like, if you like break the horns, you're more likely to get a horn drop or whatever. Like getting the tail off again, like maybe gets you the tail part. So there's a couple of different things that contribute to how many rewards you get.
Oh, it's a right stomach destroyer because it was running along fat and then it wasn't at the end. I wondered what had happened there. I think I made it spit up that dinosaur it ate.
Yeah.
Ugh. Gross, but cool.
Nature's scary.
See.
And gross.
Uh-huh. Want to get going?
Once the camp is set up, you can
So
go
we'll be
after
gradually
that
working towards. I mean, you
wonder
get
where
like
the
little
resource center is.
snippets of the story as we're going. I kind of love Yahtzee's take on the story for this. It's like he's like we're going to research these monsters. We're going to hunt them down and give them a damn good researching.
There we go. I can do it. Yay! Okay, I'm literally just pressing buttons. Let's go see if I can make a new smacky boom.
Yeah, that could be good. You might be able to make a Jagras themed one.
What's it called again? Hunting Horn? Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, hunting horn.
One of the advantages that you'll have playing through the game with the Guardian set unlocked is you won't have to dedicate resources to armor upgrades and weapon upgrades, so you can pretty much just focus weapons and go bananas.
Yeah.
So see if I'm like, are you looking at my stream now, aye?
Yeah, I can see it here, yeah.
Right, so do I need to make this first one before I can move on to these ones, for example?
Yeah. So you work your way from left to right. You choose one of the ones that it's connected to.
So like a
and then
proper
you'll-
talent tree, then I get it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just wasn't too sure if I had the go-to and like ability to, if I could just like, well, I've got the stuff for this, I'm just going to make that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can, you like later on, like there are like branching paths, so you can, so as you get further on in the tree, there are, there are like different directions you can go, and you can undo them, and you get I think part of your resources back when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like chop and change a little bit if you want to. Like if you come across a monster that's really susceptible to poison, for example,
so I can like make a poison equivalent sort of thing.
Yeah, you can like work back and go down the branch that leads to a poison weapon instead.
One of the things that the game often does is when you get far enough along a path and then it starts to branch, that weapon becomes like a checkpoint weapon, and then you can just like make that weapon as if it was a basic weapon, so you don't have to go halfway up the tree again to get to that split.
Ah, right, aye.
It's usually denoted by a little mark on the tree in the smithy that says it's like one of the ones where you can just straight make it, you know?
Ooh, this one's got element blast on it. I've now got a drum pipe by the looks of it. Hey, I've got a new weapon. Hooray. So I need to speak to Provisions Manager. You're an airship engineer, I don't need you. Well, I mean, so far, right, we've been streaming for, what, 2 hours now, right? And I've got to say, so far I feel like I haven't started playing the game. Does that make sense when I say it? I still feel like I've no scratched the surface enough to even see what the game's about yet, which is weird to say when you've been playing for 2 hours.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like where a lot of the comparison to Dark Souls comes from, because the game's so big and so deep that most of it's just learning what the fuck's going on, and it's not until towards the end where you're just like, oh my god, I get it, and I'm awesome.
Speaking of Dark Souls, actually, are you the Provisions Manager? No, you're a biologist. Speaking of Dark Souls, did I tell you what I'm going to do when you're finished with the old Dark Souls 2? I'm going to be playing along with you.
Oh god, yeah, feel free to join me for fights.
Yeah, when you're on, I'm going to be trying to mimic what you're doing with a different build. And, well, again, if you need a hand with fights, the old sign will go down. I'll take the Sunlight Medals, no bother. Because it's the same as like Elden Ring, you can do entire levels together as well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so
yeah,
if you want me,
do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you are too good to me.
Provided you're within level range, which you will be if you're following along.
Yes, that's why I'm specifically following along. I think there's a level range of 10 either way.
It's something like that, yeah.
Because I know in Dark Souls 2 it works on the soul level, which is really fucking dumb. Because soul level did not necessarily equate actual level.
Yeah, the soul memory thing in Dark Souls 2 was another thing that was kind of messed up, because
don't let me down.
The way that it counted that was like every soul you'd accumulated, regardless of whether you'd spent it on level ups or bought things with it. It was your total souls accumulated. So if you dropped and lost souls, it still advanced your soul memory.
Which would limit your no progress, no PvP, co-op.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just assigning research task. Is that normal?
So yeah, so the research tasks, you like most of the important ones are all for like. They're all for like the deliveries are for campsites. The registering bounties basically sets you up for additional rewards for meeting certain criteria.
I see that. I've actually just had a look. So, like for example, gather honey 3 times and I get 30 points.
Yeah.
The armor strip. That's pretty cool. Okay. So it's just extra stuff on top of your extra stuff, so that when you can hunt, you can go hunt.
Let's get this expedition underway. Meet me at the gate.
So I need to depart on an expedition.
Right now, we're in Astera. If you want to go on an expedition,
expeditions are essentially like free play. So basically, you just go into a level and fuck about.
Pretty good incentive to explore, right?
You've not got a particular hunt target, you just hunt whatever's there. I think it kind of holds your hand through the first expedition, but like you can just, like, if you want, in the mid to late game, you can go into a level and just stay there for as long as you want.
Have you got a limited inventory, or wouldn't you want to?
Yeah, you got limited inventory, but you can go back to your tent and restock.
Oh, right, okay, so if you've got too much, you just pump the extra into the inventory stash and...
Yeah, so you go back to there'll be a stash chest in your in your tent.
Oh, I like it. Why are you suddenly dressed like a Hawaii girl?
Let's look for the campsite.
I think it's because the summer festival's on.
If I get to the campsite first, or if you're
There's
lost,
there's an in-game summer festival event which has some of the main characters, including the handler,
whenever you
change
leave the base
costume.
without signing up for a quest, you'll go on an expedition. There's no time limit or cap on how many times you're allowed to faint.
Well,
Which means you
I
can
was just
explore to your heart's
showing
content.
Poogie to Jenna there and explaining
Our
that this game is
mini-canteen
also
here serves
largely known
food that
as
will give you a
Fashion
boost
Hunter.
for the hunt
So
ahead.
bear that in mind. I know you've got the Guardian armor, but you can also change how it looks to make yourself look fucking dope. That was one of the big things, was when layered armor got put into the game. People were like, oh my god, this is game-changing stuff, and it's like, well, not really, but okay. People are really into their fashion hunting.
Man, what do you think we do in Dark Souls, really? Come on now. So I think I can just have you guys in with me now?
So the expedition, I think because this is like a sort of quest-related one, I don't know if we can join.
Health recovery, and earplugs. Alright, okay. So I've got a bunch of different buffs on this one. So I do more damage just straight whacking, but... Whee.
Yeah, so you said that this one had blast element on it, didn't you?
Yes.
So blast is a cool status effect. Basically, if you hit the enemy enough times, they will become... like, they'll get the blast status effect, and they'll have like these kind of fireflies floating around them, and after a certain amount of time they will explode and it'll do some damage.
Get off the thank you. Doodles. I found doodles.
Oh, that's the doodles are part of a side quest that involves the native cat tribes. The Palicos are a huge part of this world's lore. They're not just like little helper cats, they have a whole fucking society, and it's got many facets.
Yeah, there's like wild tribes that are actually hostile to you and stuff.
I do not want to fight the Palico. I will tell you right now, if I am forced to fight a Palico, I will quit the game and go to a point where I do not need to fight a Palico. Giant dinosaur trying to tear my limbs off?
Well,
sure.
the thing is, the doodles thing, there's quests in each area. Each area has its own different like cats subspecies, subculture. And these quests allow you to actually befriend them. And the more ranks you get, the less they start to fight you, and the more they start to help you. And eventually, you've got the wild cats coming in and like trapping monsters for you and applying status effects for you, depending on what area you're in. It's pretty sweet.
Hello, Froggy. Move! Get out of my way! Mucus. I have found mucus. I will claim this mucus. That was poop. I picked up poop. I like how I have to give it a little listen first as well. Like, yes, sounds like shit.
Okay.
You're a funny little pig.
So because I don't think we can join this one, Dargo, I think I'll post something up for us.
You go right ahead, Chief. I suppose I'll just equip my gear then, will I?
Perhaps are we
it's a big thing.
Arena type thing?
You can assign a target
Oh,
destination for your
what have you
scout
run
flies
into?
on
Oh,
the
is
map.
it
Big purple T-Rex.
oh, Ange enough. Lovely.
It's Chef Angie.
Hi, bud. I'm guessing I don't want to fuck with that, do
At the moment, probably
Hey,
not.
partner!
That monster's too dangerous. Don't try and engage it.
Attack it, coward.
Yeah, I kind of want to. It's like telling me not to do
Experience the
something is
game.
the fast way of making me want to do something.
Experience the game, damn it. I'm gonna go eat more food, this is delicious.
Give me your taint! Oh, this is definitely one of them bad ideas, isn't it? Oh, right in his crotch.
One of the things to keep in mind as well is that monsters do take position damage. So if you're attacking the head with a blunt weapon or the tail with a slashing weapon, it'll take more damage than if you're just hacking its torso.
Yeah,
If you check your
absolutely right.
log, yeah, if you check your hunting log, it'll actually give you some really good information about each monster based on how much research you've done on it.
You know what it kind of looks like? It kind of looks like a big bucket.
Over this one then, Dargo. This will be painful.
I mean, a curry man, you do whatever. Oh, fuck my dad, right, okay.
Stop stunning me, that big bastard.
Another thing that you're not
or your
into
head
yet,
is gonna be
but it's good
toast.
to know is coming. Every little thing in the game that you either find good or bad can be buffed or debuffed using charms, spells, armor sets, abilities, etc. So, for example,
You can have almost a materia system.
kind of, yeah, but for like a specific example, when you're saying, can you stop staggering me, you can actually get gems and stuff like that, which will give you resistance to that stagger effect, so eventually you won't be able to take any, like, your guy will just be a fucking rock, standing poison like fuck through any attack. You just become the ultimate poise boy.
Yeah, and there's like other monsters as well that like to roar a lot, and if you're fighting against a monster like that, if it roars really loud, like your character will like be like clutching their ears and they'll be stunned for a second.
I noticed that I did have a song on this weapon called Earmuffs, I'm guessing that's what that would do.
Yeah, so your earmuffs song will increase your resistance to roars.
That makes sense to me. I'm smashing his fucking face. Oh shit.
Alright, let's go. Oh shit, that's good food. Oh my god.
kind of curry was it?
Oh, chicken.
Chicken.
Spicy.
Chinese chicken curry, breast off, chopped, all meat. Favourite. That was one of those like life-changing moments when I was away. My dad had like an Iceland microwave curry and I was like, what's that? Can I try some? And he did. He let me try it thinking that I would hate it because it was spicy, and I was just instantly like, oh my god, that's the best fucking thing I've ever eaten.
Need more of this. Is that the wee boil in a bag numbers?
No, it was a microwave number. But I've honestly been eating them for about like 25 years.
Yeah.
And
Over
it wasn't
here!
until
Comfort
the
food,
last...
isn't it?
Well, kind of, but it wasn't until the last 5 years where I was like, nah, like homemade curries, where is that?
Make your own sauce up, or do you just buy one of them in sauce jars?
No, just make it all up. It was one of Becca's things that she used to do quite regularly was make like batch make food. She would make this curry, and we spent a lot of time like experimenting to get the flavour just right, and then eventually it was like, oh baby, yes, just buy hundreds of rice. I'll eat that all day, every day.
Am I fighting a different mob? This thing looks really different to the thing I was smacking like 3 seconds ago.
Possible. How does it look different? How do you mean?
Well, it no longer has frills and horns.
Oh, there might be a Fulgur Angie there?
Oh, that's they're only Iceborne. If it was a Fulgur, he'd be dead already.
I don't know, maybe it was just raged in or weird light.
Oh right, yeah. So I've just thought Anjanath changes shape. Remember, like it puts its nose bone out and stuff.
Keep your distance and use a potion.
Nose bone. What about? Oh god, the Empress.
I forgot how harsh this creature is.
Yeah.
I'm staying on somehow.
You fight the fucking Emperor and you're like, this is alright. He just swerves to the side. That's nothing. Let's go fight the Misties. Oh my god.
She's coming down.
She's an absolute monster.
Stop running away from me, you're a big fucking T-Rex. Nonsense. Yeah, it turns out it just changed places with the looks of it.
Yeah, it has, so like, yeah, it kind of can put up a kind of nose bone, and it's got like big frills on its tail that can put up.
I think I just battered the nose bone off.
Oh, sweet.
Over here.
Our destination is this way. Shit. I'm sort of busy. If you really want me to come with you, help.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but was this game made in Unreal?
This game was made... I'm not sure actually, because well, one thing I do know is that it is made in Havoc physics, so it is the same game engine as Dark Souls 2 and 3.
Yeah, because what I was just thinking there was World 2 will be an RE engine.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
That's going to be interesting. Oh, here we go.
Oh no, that's the little one. It's fine.
Yeah, the next one's going to be like Rise is an RE engine.
Is it?
Pretty sure, yeah. And it's insane the amount of shit they can actually fit onto that cartridge.
Yeah. It's. I'm actually surprised that RE Engine works on the Switch.
I think as far as I've heard, it's actually like a really good engine.
Yeah, and they have confirmed. I mean, you did, yeah. Obviously, we were talking about it briefly earlier, but Dragon's Dogma 2, now that it's real, has been confirmed to being made in RE Engine.
You've got it took me 10 years to get a title card, man. I'm not going to keep my hopes up for that one for you.
Listen, man. Hope is all the fan, any member of the fan base of that game has had for 10 years.
I remind thee that Kingdom Hearts had 13-year hopium cycle, and that ended in no Final Fantasy for anyone get wrecked.
Over here.
Do you know they actually came out quite recently and said that was due to them wanting to rely more on their own characters.
Pish. Absolute shite. If that was the case, then they wouldn't have brought in all that fucking Pixar shite.
Well, there is that.
We don't want to have to rely on outside characters, but here's Woody and Buzz and the fucking Lassie for Brave and the fucking what the fuck? That is such a weird argument to make. That makes no goddamn sense. That's like the trial of the fucking century that we had recently. Like, yeah, he's so violent and abusive, but I bought him a knife. What? What?
Yes, he's violent when I'm trying to stab him.
Over here!
Oh, I'm gonna die. Because I was saying, no, I didn't. Well, I was cycling through my aims and not looking at my health bar at all.
Oh, this big guy's limping.
Nice.
Well done, mate.
Holy shit. You'll be able to unlock some cool shit with those parts.
Stop running, you fucking coward.
First Anjanath already, I'm so proud.
Alright. Bye. Something you should also do, even though you've got your amazing Guardian armor, there is an ability to preview what the armor sets look like in the smithy. So you should definitely check out some of the designs. Some of them are wild.
Yeah, just in case, for the fashion, there's any particular armor pieces you want to wear.
Some of them are so good. And some of them are so weird.
Over here!
How do you lose a gigantic dinosaur? Where the fuck? That's up there.
You'd be surprised at the ways these monsters can just elude your fucking capture. I've seen some serious efforts from the Rathalos particularly. Sometimes that motherfucker just wants to live.
Yeah, sometimes they just gone.
Although, I'll let you in on a secret, my man. You get flash bombs, and if you're fast enough, sometimes you can flash shit out of the sky.
Wait for a chance to escape. You're bound to get one.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, ass back here, stop running. I'm beginning to feel sorry for you. And that's not right.
He's starting to get that like big dick energy from playing this game already. That's the Guardian armor at work, man.
Right, it officially got away from me.
See, if you were playing that normally, that thing would have slapped you in like 2 hits and you would have just ran away like it was a tree sentinel.
Oh. I'll have you know, Starfield's are wretched and fought that tree sentinel for 7 hours and beat it.
Oh, you beat it in 7, it took me 10. Well done.
It's no longer limping. I think I took too long to refine the bastard.
If it's raging, it won't do the limp, and then when it gets out of rage, it will. Rage is almost like an adrenaline boost.
Over here.
That they get. Muscle memory for this game is insane, man. 955 hours is absolutely stayed like embedded.
Yeah, I mean, I was like concerned that I was going to be, that it was going to be gone for me, and it has come back remarkably quickly.
Here we go.
Big bang finish.
Circle.
Over here.
X to dodge. Dodge, please.
Taking hits like that repeatedly will stun you, meaning you won't be able to move.
Yeah, the jobber mobs in this are like Dark Souls 2 levels, fucking unfair sometimes.
which you now know very well.
Fortunately, they programmed these later games to have them kind of leave you alone when the quest's over and you're carving bits. But back in the day, they used to actually like fucking gang squad. Yeah, like sometimes you couldn't get a carve because there was like 5 or 6 of these little assholes all taking turns, like stun mocking you.
Yeah, there used to be these little roly bugs called conchu. They were the absolute worst.
God, yeah.
They would roll at you from like across the zone.
With like sniper accuracy. Like Call of Duty veteran sniper accuracy.
Call of Duty, shoot him, man.
Over here.
This team leader needs to fuck off and either help me or stop telling me where to go. I've got to drop something on, pal. You can wait.
Nobody cares, Matt Mercer.
I never knew it was him because I always played it in Monster Hunter language. I never had it in English.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know,
do that.
from back in the day, it was nostalgic. It's like Sims, but kind of edgy.
This is interesting. Let's report our findings to everyone at the resource center when we get back. Your stamina cap is dropped. Eat some well-done steak to restore it to max.
Always forget about the diminishing returns on the status effects.
Over here!
Yeah.
There we go. I've got some Anjanath goop.
Nice. You probably get some really good rewards from when you like hand in your expedition as well.
Right, now I'm actually going to do this quest. It's like the challenge was issued, so I had to do it. Just fucking.
Well, I mean, like, first off, it's impressive as hell that you did do it, but also that is kind of the experience. You'll be running around looking for something, and then something else will run by, and you're like, "Oh,
oh shit, let's do it."
Like, how long's left on the clock? 40 minutes. Yeah, we can take 2 monsters.
Yeah, there's like event quests you can do that are like gauntlets of 5 monsters, one after the other.
Nice.
That you need to try and you need to squeeze that into the 50-minute time limit.
They are actually some of the best quests for getting crowns.
Yeah, I think it does have like an increased chance. Oh, here she goes again.
Right, how am I fucking this up so badly?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh no.
Oh, she got me as well.
Now I've got an important question to ask. Is there fall damage?
No.
Then jump off this cliff, motherfucker. Bam! Because it's telling me my quest marker's there, but when I climbed up there was nothing there. So...
You can do some absolute fucking god-tier drop shots in this.
You can indeed.
Like, you can turn into Sephiroth and literally ascend from the heavens to exact your fucking revenge on something unsuspecting.
I'm interested.
There's lots of damage in the game that you can't see happening. There's like everything has like a little, imagine like background meters or background gauges, right? So you have ones for like slash damage for how much is left on a particular body part before it comes off, and there'll be ones for stun damage for how long it'll be before the monster goes back down to stun. And there's also one for mounting. So the more damage you do to a monster while you're in the air, like in a jump or in one of those kind of animations, that increases your chance to actually cling onto the monster, mount it, and be able to like do some stabs on it and bring it down.
Right, so it's almost kind of like a super armor situation.
Kind of,
you
yeah.
Have to, you have to
Imagine
battle
it's
for the super armor before the X and Y will activate, sort of thing.
Yeah, and it takes longer and longer to do each time. You can get skills that make it easier and make that that meter, that invisible meter, stay short for you. But essentially, that's how you do stuff. Every monster's got like little invisible meters for how close it is to being stunned or poisoned or mounted.
I'm also liking how long I can sprint around the map without having to stop for a breath when I'm no in combat. That was one of the best. That's one of the best. I say quality of life things about an Elden Ring. Like just the ability to sprint around the map, just because you can. Whereas what it's like in Dark Souls, you take 3 steps and your character's at a puff.
Aye.
Runs a few lengths itself and you get a stitch.
Everyone in Dark Souls is asthmatic, canon.
Know that feel, bruh.
Yeah.
You're like just talking to a guy that can't walk up the stairs without having to sit down for 3 hours.
Same.
It's nothing to do with my asthma, it's just that I'm a lazy prick, but we'll say it's asthma.
Oh no, it's definitely the asthma, honestly.
The fact that the most exercise I've had this year was helping my pal move, and then before that was the most strenuous thing I ever done was get out of the back seat of a car. Wait, that didn't sound right.
No man, that can be dangerous. There's like a bit you can hit your head on, there's a whole bunch of stuff. You may be stepping out into a puddle. A whole bunch of stuff you got to consider there.
Over here.
Oh yeah.
There he is up there. Oh, okay, yeah, I finally found where I'm going. I'm good at this.
There's a reason the quest timers are 50 minutes.
Can I increase it? I might need that.
Expeditions don't have a timer.
Yeah, so you can. It is like I say, it's like a free play, where you can just like stay in for as long as you want to, but like eventually. Eventually you kind of like.
If we don't take care of that pest,
I think like only certain monsters can spawn in at any time, and it is randomly determined what monsters actually appear.
Yeah. Now you might be thinking to yourself, is this not a bit like unethical to going out and doing all this harm? But no.
No.
It is considered canon that these monsters are all harmful to the ecosystem.
To return to base from an expedition.
That one just harmed my ecosystem.
Open the wildlife map.
Yeah, you just got
switch to the
fucked up,
world
man.
map. Then select a stair.
Hate to see it happen. Hate to see it happen in the professional game, but it's just one of those cold, hard motherfucking facts of life. At least you didn't die a jobber's death, you know? if you died in absolute jobber's death, you weren't getting carted back. I was going to make you walk back to Astera. Feeling insurance doesn't cover you being an idiot.
Yeah, I at least died to its ultimate attack.
Yeah. An honourable death.
I'm not going to lie, man. I'm equal parts fascinated and equal parts kind of motion sick. There's a poogie! He's wearing a little thing. Oops. Oh, he kicked the fuck at me.
Yeah, there's a little like mini game that you can essentially try to make him more friendly, and you can actually it'll actually find, once you've kind of built up friendship and stuff with it, it'll actually root out treasure for you in the hub.
I'm haunted like a wee baby. He's so chubby I can't walk with him. I can swing this big fucking massive hammer over my head. But this wee pig? No, can't be having it. Bye, Poogie. Well, this has been fascinating.
Because Poogie is full of the weight of all the hours players have dumped into him.
Well, it's definitely a learning experience. I said earlier, fuckload more to learn. Crafting, what can I... So I can just craft my own stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like anything you've picked up. Yeah, so like, if you go into the crafting menu, like you'll see stuff that you can make is lit up, and it'll tell you what you need to make it, and you'll be picking up things like all the way through the levels to get it.
Yeah. The other thing to consider though, the best place to do your crafting from is your storage chest. This isn't like Elden Ring where you can infinitely hold shit on you. You've got a set number of inventory slots, and everything out with that goes back to your big storage chest. It's just outside the smithy.
I saw you making herbal medicine there. If we're going after Pookie next, that will be handy.
Yeah, good shout. So yeah, if you're crafting outside of your chest, then you've only got the items that you're holding on in your inventory. If you're crafting from the chest, you've got access to all your stuff.
Everything, yeah, that makes sense, I suppose.
Now, another interesting thing as well, there's certain quests you're going to get that's going to unlock other things, other features in the area. One of them you're going to want to get kind of early on is there's a guy who opens up basically a garden, and you can have him grow certain herbs for you. So, for example, you could have him grow the herbs you need to make potions, or honey so you can make mega potions out of your potions. Or like flash bugs to make flash bombs. Just kind of gives you a
stun.
Flash bomb. Flash bombs, you throw them in front of monsters' eyes and it stuns them. They're blinded, so they just kind of start wild swinging, but with no real target. It can be equally as dangerous as it is beneficial.
Well, I'm currently dressing my Anjanath up, my Palico up like Anjanath, I think. It's called Anja.
Yeah, that'll be like made from the pieces that you got.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the cat stuff doesn't cost very much in terms of actual resources. Sometimes it does require rare bits though, so you might want to watch out for that.
I was not looking, man. I was just like, oh, I can? Okay.
Well, at the level you're playing at, nothing really counts, but later on in the game, there can be like rubies that are really kind of rare drops that are required for certain bits.
yeah, there's like some of the like in the later game, like some of the rare drops are so hard to get. And then like you'll do a hunt like when you get like you'll do like maybe 3 or 4 hunts and you'll get like none of them, and then all of a sudden in one hunt you might get 2.
There was a specific gem in the game that was so mythical that like they gave you 1 as a quest reward to prove it was real, and then the hunt for it in game became like a fucking Reddit thread.
Oh, I could have used my, like, upgraded my current weapon if I didn't make that fucking cat armor.
There you go. Something incredible that you can do at the smithy is weapon upgrades and armor pieces and shit like that you want to make. You can add them to your wish list and check specifically what bits you need at any time, what you need, and if you get it, it'll update you. It'll give you a wee message ping that says you have enough bits to make this weapon now. Honestly, I feel like that addition to the game alone saved me a lot of notepad space.
I used to have to make, back before I knew what I was doing in Diablo, I'd make a list of what I wanted to go for specific builds as I went on. I literally had notepads just full of like seasonal gear for every Diablo season.
Same, I did that for Diablo 2, I guess you're talking about 3.
Diablo 3, yeah.
Yeah, did have seasonal stuff in Diablo 2.
The seasons were not bad, to be honest. I really liked.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea for online games. It gives people a reason to come back. Like this game has festivals that have specific event quests and different like drops and unique items you can get, but they're on rotation now that the game's kind of finished.
Aye. I mean, that's essentially what Diablo 3 is. It's just like a new season, you get new gear. Not even new gear, sorry. Ugh, my brain's kind of shutting off. You get new seasonal affixes, but you have to start from first level. But 9 times out of 10, it just kind of like Willie will go, "Do you want to play Diablo?" And he'll already be like tier 16, Torment 16 ready. And I'll just go and join one game, get him. Right, cool, time to gear me up.
Nice, yeah.
There's
That
always
was one of the
going in the
things.
game nowadays.
Back in Diablo 2, me and my dad used to have a system where we could get characters to the max level in like a day.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, Diablo 2, those were the days.
Any interest in the remastered?
Nah, I let my old man play it, and it's just not the same experience. Like a lot of the stuff that was difficult to do back then is difficult to do now. They've changed a lot of the drop rates for the really rare runes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So obviously that's good in terms of like accessibility for players to actually get items and rune words and shit like that, but it did make certain things feel a bit less legendary and epic to actually achieve.
Yeah, I can get that. See, one of the things that I do get with obviously the level of difficulty that I play Diablo 3 on, there's a lot of times I'm just seeing it's legendary in coloured rank only.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing legendary about it. I'm immediately going to fling it in a smith because it's literally useless. I'm looking for very, very specific items, and when one of them drops, I think that's kind of where the is it legendary or not comes in. Like, is it actually going to be an upgrade? Sure, I've got this one weapon that I've been looking for ages, but it could be a downgrade for the one I'm using. So what do I do then? Well, I can re-roll it and just use all of my mats that way and try and get that vaunted primal. But I've now been playing the season so long that I have a stash tab full of absolutely useless primals. There's no need for the ones that I've got. You join in for this, Scott?
Yep, I can be in there. I was just like, because you'd mentioned Palico armor earlier on. I was just checking it out to see if there was anything I could do. Got my little Alatreon scythe.
That's cute. So what's this quest? Is this Pookie?
This is Kuliyaku. This is Bird Up.
Oh, Bird Up. Dun dun dun.
I see. Bird Up just sounds like something that Korn would cover in a couple of years.
It's a reference to one of the. It's actually the Final Fantasy XIV crossover quest. This particular monster that we're going to fight gets a hold of a crystal from Final Fantasy, and he's very naughty, and he ends up getting quite large.
That's naughty.
He birds up.
He birds up quite a few times. Guaranteed gold crown in the hunting log for that one.
Do you know, I was going to go on Final Fantasy after this, but my head is actually pounding. I think it's just because it's a new game, like, oh, you know that way when you start a new thing, you like try to take everything in?
Yeah.
I'm really getting that, like, oh, my brain is sore right now. I really should have ate something. Shit.
That and like spending all the time with us is going to absolutely drain your psyche.
Nah. Yous are half of the reason I've stayed sober? That's not the right word.
I need to go back to the chest. I've got my endgame weapon on.
Naughty.
Apparently I'm eating a fish.
Oh my god, since when could you ride Aptonoths? Amazing.
You can ride Aptonoths?
Dude, yeah, since when was this a thing?
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
I've like 960 hours in this game and this is new. It's so good.
Oh, hi, boy. How'd you do it?
Just run up and press circle.
Nope.
Oh, I think it's actually an Iceborne thing.
Ah, dang it.
It might be.
Don't worry, I'll come to the quest eventually.
Ride on! Very fucking slowly.
I'll get there.
Right, let's see, where am I going for this quest? Do I get a specific plonk on it anywhere?
Follow me, I know the way.
Okay.
I've just got up here. Such
worry.
speed.
Okay.
I actually can't move fast enough. Slow enough, even at the slowest I can, the most gentle I can move my stick. I'm like, oh.
No, where are you going? Oh. Okay. That wasn't very well animated. Right, I'm just going for a wee munch over here.
Has he just decided that he's a bit peckish?
I don't have any control over where it's moving. Alright, time to dismount. Thank you, Aptonoth. That's very nice. Okay. This way, I actually know the way.
Truly the stealthiest of colours. Sky blue, Joker pink, and whatever the fuck you got going on, Scott.
My armor actually...
golden monkey pyjamas.
My armor's actually got the rainbow setting on, so it changes colour.
Oh man, I really think that helmet of yours should come with a sound effect. Ah! Ah!
Bird up!
Oh, sure, hello. Bonk.
You know what? It's time to upload on this motherfucker.
He's coming at you.
I know he knew what I was doing. Let's fucking go. Daka Daka time. It is insane this technology exists in this game.
I actually can't see in the distance because I'm a hammer. As far as I'm concerned, I'm chasing my own hammer right now.
There you go.
Oh.
Watch out, he's gonna rock!
I'm gonna throw a rock at him.
Oh, he dropped a rock.
Oh, we fucked his hair up.
So have you guys got the buffs I've put on myself as well, like?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
If you look next to their names, if you look next to their names on the left there, you'll see little symbols flashing. As long as we're close enough to you when you apply them yourself, we'll also get the benefit. Some of the horns actually have a heal as well.
Yeah, this one does.
There's items and stuff like that you can get in the game to heal other players as well, so some people take on a pure support role and just do all the healing for people so they can focus damage.
Yeah, there's a skill you can get from decorations as well called wide range, which basically means if you drink a potion, other people within range of you get a portion of your healing.
Nice.
I think it goes all the way up to like 30 or 60%.
Yeah, it's pretty good when it's maxed out.
So in theory, could you have everybody have that on? Or would there be of limited use?
No,
you can have it.
So,
No
like,
limited use,
so like,
sorry, diminishing returns is what I meant.
So like all the buffs are all individual. So like if you have like everyone in the party has wide range, then whenever one of you heals, you'll all heal.
The only things that are not individual, they are but they aren't, is the meals. So if you are eating a meal before a quest, which is a habit you should get into by the way, if you don't, you can have a meal at the camp. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't have to do that too.
Yeah, but if you set the meal in this game, if you just get it, if you just pay with money or points, then that is an individual buff that applies to you. But if you pay with, if somebody pays with like a gourmet voucher, then that buff will apply to just like the whole party. So some people, there's a particular quest or skill that's really good to get from the cats that basically gives you an extra life. So like if your health gets down to 0, it will just like throw a big blob of bigger wasp goo over you and keep you alive without a cart. That won't affect your reward, and people can like gourmet voucher, so the whole party gets that every time.
Legs EXE not responding.
Why do I feel like I'm not hitting this thing at all? I'm not seeing damage numbers coming up. Am I doing something wrong?
You might be hitting its rock.
Ah. Well, that's
Yeah.
actually kind of hilarious.
It kind of uses its rock like armor as well as a weapon.
So like most monsters in this game will have at least one gimmick about them. Like one kind of unique thing that they can do. Bird Boy here, his gimmick is he pulls stuff out of the ground.
Well, he had it. Oh, it's weekend. Hello.
Let's fuck this up.
Why is Akuru Yaku here in the forest? You better report this to the commander.
Stab the beast.
Yeah, so as you would have heard here, this is not usually a forest monster. So why is it here and not in the desert? It's a mystery.
I wonder if it's because that big fucking walking mountain has probably walked over its normal habitat. I got my knee while I desecrate its corpse.
Your insight serves you well.
But the real question is, why is the mountain walking in the first place? Researchers believe it might just be horny. It saw the Jackal Post Tifa statue and it's walking to the nearest store to get one.
Not gonna lie, I genuinely thought that was a real thing.
That is the lore. How dare you suggest otherwise?
Ailment Master and Support All-Star. Good for me.
How the fuck did I get support All-Star when you were playing Hunting Horn?
Oh no, you put down a ton of like boosters and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right, that ticks the points up real fast.
Alright, lads, that has been fantastic, but I'm going to wrap up because I am overwhelmed. Like, it has been censored. Hold on, this is fucking pretty. No, it's not pretty. I don't know, he's looking at my stream. I guess you don't need to, you've probably seen it as well.
Yeah, the sunset.
Yeah, it is gorgeous, man.
Cool, well thanks for having us. I've had a blast. Don't know about you, Scott.
Yeah, it's been fantastic to see, someone trying this for the first time just before you go. What are your first impressions?
That's exactly what I was going to say. So, obviously, this has been my first time playing this for a very long time, and my first time playing it with friends. As overall, I can't say I'm sold yet, but I'm having a good time. Like, I'm having a really good time actually. Do I have any idea what's going on in the general purpose of this game? No. Am I enjoying whacking things in the skull? Yes.
Excellent.
So...
Well, I do recommend before next time playing more of the game on your own if you take the notion and getting a better feel for it and trying to progress through the story, because this is really a game where the further into it you get, just the better and better stuff you encounter, and oh, it's so good.
And if you want,
I kind of want to do like a few more of them, at least get out of tutorial territory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is, see, if you want the feeling of working together with other people, you can just use the SOS flare. If you use the SOS flare, like, random players will respond for help, and you basically get it's like a party in a box. Basically, they will keep
put up with.
Yeah, they'll keep joining until there's a full party of 4, and then you can get some. It helps you through the quest, and it also lets you get used to other party members doing things.
Yeah.
I just searched there for quests, and they search for SOS Flare, and there is many. I'm actually quite surprised by how many quests are up.
So is
And
this
it's all
game
different
popular?
quests
This
too.
game has a sequel, doesn't it now?
Well, it has. Well, Iceborne is like it's an expansion for the game, but it is like a whole other campaign story essentially.
It's huge. It's potentially bigger than base game.
Yeah, it adds so many new monsters. It adds like a couple of new areas.
And that's the most recent addition to it, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
For this
so
one, the most recent addition to the series is Monster Hunter Rise, but that's a whole other experience.
This game, as it stands, is finished now. They're not providing any more updates after.
Just seasonal sort of thing now, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's on like rotation. Like all the festivals in the game, they're on rotation so that you can just freely play the game.
It's essentially just maintenance mode now. Well, that's cool because it means they're still keeping it on. As I said, if Rise is a different experience, they can kind of.
Yeah, Rise isn't necessarily a sequel because it doesn't carry over any story elements or anything like that. None of the Monster Hunters are really connected that way. It's kind of like Final Fantasy. Each is its own like little contained adventure with like a new village, new set of hunters. The thing that connects them all is like the research commission.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. I've had a great time, and yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for the many people that watched. Tam has just asked in all caps, time you's going till now, lad. So
yeah.
I'm stopping the broadcast. Bye, everyone.